Hello there, and welcome to the Cinema Asylum podcast. My name is Dyllan. I'm one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I am John Thompson. I am the action movie expert.
I am Matthew. I am one of the other superhero and sci-fi expert, and we are missing Paul today, who is the horror expert.
Again. But he's here with us in spirit,
Absolutely.
so that's good.
Great to see you guys again.
Great to see
Yeah,
you.
wait, I had a great week. I finally got to see my girl a couple days ago.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It was fantastic. I got to sing karaoke in front of the people that had disability, most of them with Down syndrome people, which, by the way, Down syndrome people are so special. I love these kind of people. And I got to sing My Girl by The Temptations, and the crowd loved it. And she got to come up on stage
Awesome.
to dance along with me and everything. So
Yeah.
that was pretty awesome. I finally got to watch John Wick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we forgot about that, Dad, on what we've seen this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog death aside, I don't like it when they show it on screen. That I did not like that.
Yeah, I can watch Saw without a problem. They show a dog dying, screw it.
Yeah. but the action, oh boy, for a low budget, it was pretty awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Cannot wait to watch the second one and the third one.
It only gets better. I'm telling you that now. It only gets better.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to watching more of John Wick. Cannot wait to watch that.
Matthew, you seen anything new?
Well, I'll just recap a little bit of some of the stuff I've rewatched. I rewatched Soul Surfer.
Which I would totally enjoy with that one, probably.
Yeah, I really enjoy Soul Surfer. It's actually a really good movie. I'm not much into sports, but
Yeah.
it's a feel-good movie.
It is.
I watched Twister for the third time already this year. I'm working on my DCU rewatch for Shazam 2 this week.
Yeah.
Which we'll go over rankings next week when we do the episode. And then the only new thing I really watched besides two short films was a movie called Moon. It had Justin Hammer from Iron Man 2.
Oh, okay,
Sam
okay.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
Budget of $5 million, so not a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a psychological thriller on the moon. There's this moon base, and they have like one person doing a 3-year shift, and it's like to mine this thing called helium-3 on the moon, and then they send it back to Earth. But he stays by himself on the moon for 3 years. He's got 2 weeks left in his shift, and he starts hallucinating. But is he really hallucinating, or is something evil afoot?
Bum, bum, bum.
But it was really good, and the cinematography was gold, especially the moon shots.
Okay.
It was so good.
So you're telling me that that's where most of the budget went, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it cost only $5 million.
Yeah, for a sci-fi movie in 2009, that's not a lot.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then I rewatched Ad Astra, which phenomenal cinematography.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's got Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones, Liv Tyler, and Donald Sutherland. So that's a stat cast.
Okay.
I saw it twice in theaters. One with my girlfriend Faith, and then the other with my good buddy of mine. So I've seen this movie twice, and I need to watch it a third time because I do love it that much.
The best part, without getting into spoilers, because I really want you to see it, Dylan, there's a scene with pirates on the moon.
Oh, all right.
They try to like rob equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're trying to travel to the dark side of the moon for a secret mission, and Brad Pitt's with some soldiers on these moon rovers, and these other pirates come up on other moon rovers, try to hijack them, and it's like a Fast and Furious meets sci-fi space battle, and they're shooting each other with blasters, trying to chase the other moon rovers. It's awesome.
That sounds
There's
sick.
like drifting and everything.
Visually stunning too.
Yeah, after we get yours done, I'll go and announce the thing we just talked about the award thing.
Okay. I do got one more comment on that movie.
Okay.
Would a appropriate alternative title to that movie be Fast and Furious Lunar Drift?
Maybe.
It's
Only one scene though, so.
Well, I mean, good enough.
Yeah, it's
Good enough.
It's very well made.
Well, I've seen some new stuff this week. The 2 movies that we're doing reviews on, and the episode that we're doing a review on.
It's gonna be huge when we get into the movies that we're gonna be reviewing.
It's gonna be a scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you forgot the spray bottle again.
That makes what, like 2 in the bank? 3? How many?
I don't even know.
At this point, after this episode, I just need to go buy one. It's probably what, like $3 at Walmart, maybe.
I don't know.
You deserve it,
Exactly.
especially for that one. Last week was kind of funny.
Exactly.
This one,
Exactly.
this was just bad.
So since my concert is June 16th and 17th, since I can't go opening night, are we going to run up to the premiere showing on Thursday night of The Flash? Run.
More spray!
That counts as 2. I'm not including the one that you just did. That counts as 2.
The Flash won last week, and now this one.
I don't care if I'm missing one. That's a bank of 5, Matthew.
Dude, don't make me laugh because of that rant last week. Okay.
So in case anybody doesn't know, I don't think I've mentioned it. I haven't been re-listening to our episodes when they've come out. I have a shit ton of stuff to listen to other than my own voice.
It is fun to hear your own voice sometimes, though.
It is, and I gotta say for last week's episode when I was re-listening to it, first of all, I was having a lot of fun just listening to how much fun we were having.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That was great.
It was awesome.
I was grinning like ear to ear, like all of my shift at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Like it was awesome. And then I was cracking up during the Star Wars segment. I had to stop multiple points during my shift to like brace myself because I was laughing so hard. I was every time I was like getting into a coughing fit, and so like I was like doubled over.
Definitely our funniest episode.
Oh, dude,
Absolutely.
it was great.
Oh my gosh.
In my opinion, that's the best episode that we've done so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if you haven't listened, go listen right now.
Yeah, seriously, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was really fun.
Yeah. Well, speaking of listening, we definitely need to mention the downloads between the 5 episodes that we actually did download.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and update you guys. We're at 119 downloads so far for the series, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so let's give a clap for each other for the success of our podcast. And I truly mean this when I tell you that to you, Matthew, you and I have been great buddies for the last couple of years, and so it's pretty awesome to hang out with you and to talk movies with you. And also, Dyllan, you are just an awesome dude, and just to be part of this podcast, I really want to say that I love you guys. I really do.
Oh, thank you, buddy. We love you too.
I think we should start with the entertainment news.
By all means, start this colossal beast.
Absolutely. Before we get to the big movies that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be tons of fun. So, without further ado, if you guys are ready for the news, let's get this entertainment started, shall we?
Let's get it started. Let's get it over with because holy crap, there was a lot again.
Oh, yeah. So, starting with the first news, we're going to start on with my favorite franchise, the Rocky franchise, with Creed. There is news that the Creed animated series is in the works. In addition, a project focused on Adonis Creed's daughter, Amira, is being discussed. Our second news, Jonathan Majors gave his thoughts on Michael B. Jordan's looking to expand the Creed universe. He says, and I quote, "And I know that's been an aspiration for brother Michael. I don't know how far he's going to take it. I've seen a few things that are very exciting." Cool. Number 3 in our news, Bob Odenkirk confirms he is starring in the remake of The Room. Oh, God. For the charity called the Foundation for AIDS Research. That's actually really cool, actually.
Yeah.
And it says, and I quote, "This is real. This is true." Of course it is. And let me tell you, I tried my best to sell every line as honestly as I could, and I had a blast. Well, I have not seen The Room, but this is all going to be interesting. Number 4. In addition, Bob Odenkirk says he won't be mocking Tommy Wiseau's performance and script in the remake of The Room. Thank God. I said, can I just do it as though I, Bob Odenkirk, got the part, and my job is to try to sell you on it and do it as well as I can. Definitely got a lot to talk about on that one. Number 5. Chloe Zhao says she is currently writing the script for her futuristic sci-fi western version of Dracula. Ooh.
I'm kind of excited for that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I love westerns, so this actually sounds pretty cool. Let's see. Number 6. The voice cast of the Flintstones sequel series Red Rock. Oh, nice. Has been revealed. I watched a lot of Flintstones.
You're not gonna like the next line then.
Oh dear. I just now read this part. The adult comedy series. So since we're talking about the Flintstones sequel series, Spread Rock has been revealed. The adult comedy series.
Velma 2.0.
It's set 2 decades after the Flintstones, as Fred nears retirement and his daughter Pebbles begin to embark on her own career. Oh boy.
You don't seem too happy with that.
I'll explain later.
Gotta give you a chance to cool down.
Yeah. Next one we got. Dumb Money will released on October 20th, 2023. The films will stars a humongous cast. Paul Dano, Seth Rogen, Sebastian Stan, Pete Davidson, Shailene Woodley, Anthony Ramos, Vincent D'Onofrio, Dane DeHaan, and Madhava Harold. The film follows the chaos from GameStop stock skyrocketing due to Reddit. Oh boy, that sounds cool.
Movie of the year already.
Yeah. Number 8.
I think The Room will be movie of the year.
Who knows? Number 8. Hannah Waddingham has been cast in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. We haven't even got Part 1 yet, and already we're getting excited for the new casting choices.
Well, I'm really excited about her. She's Jason Sudeikis' character's boss in Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, cool. Number 9. The first poster for the Little Mermaid remake. New trailer releases on today as of this recording. So that means that the trailer should be coming out pretty soon, right after this recording is over.
It should be. I didn't check yet.
Okay.
So this is, at least reportedly, it was supposed to be released as of time of us recording this.
Okay. Number 10. The first teaser for the final season of Barry has been released.
Run, Barry. Run.
I haven't checked out that series yet.
I've not watched it either.
I love Bill Hader.
Not that kind of Barry, but that was a good pun there. That's flash pun number 3. This is already getting
Never forget, I am the fastest man alive.
Dylan's already cringing. Number 11. I'm gonna try to get this name right. Jason Sudeikis, thank you. Says Ted Lasso season 3 is the end of the story for we wanted to tell, that we were hoping to tell, that we love to tell. That's a lot of tells, but that's good. Devil.
That must be his tell.
No.
Don't
Don't worry, that's going in the bank.
Number 12. Devil in the White City is no longer in active development at Hulu. The series would have produced by Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst Jeremy Allen White and Jude Law were in talks to star. Eesh, that's like getting a reboot of Lizzie McGuire, and we didn't even get that reboot of Lizzie McGuire. So that's actually kind of
I think
sad.
it's still possible that we might get it. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, you never know. You never know. One of these days, dead projects can come back. You never know.
Yeah.
Number 13. Leslie Ann Brandt has been cast in the Rich and McCone. Walking Dead spinoff series. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Which I not watched The Walking Dead, but I know a ton of fans who actually do love The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Number 14, and I know Dylan, I'll let you get to your number 15 after I read number 14. Jenny Ortega, the star of Scream 5 and Scream 6, says they are looking to up the horror aspect and then get Wednesday out of the romantic situation for Wednesday Season 2, which already been very successful.
Love Wednesday.
At the very first season.
I can't tell if that's a joke or not.
No, I love it.
Okay.
It's really good.
I haven't checked it out. I really want to.
It's so good.
The final piece of the miscellaneous news before we go into superhero news is that one of my favorite movies of all time is Beetlejuice, and the sequel is eyeing to begin filming in late May or early June, with Tim Burton expected to direct. And along with that, Jenna Ortega, again, one of the stars from the Scream series, is confirmed to be circling a role which is reportedly Lydia Dietz's daughter.
Interesting.
I'm very eager for that.
She is definitely one of the up-and-coming stars.
Absolutely.
She is making waves.
Yeah,
she went from being on Disney Channel, stuck in the middle, to building up to her stardom in the movies, which is it's starting to be a common theme here. Disney Channel stars all the way up to movie stardom.
Yeah.
We're starting to see a theme here.
Time for the superhero news.
If you want me to end up picking up later, because there's a lot of superhero news this week, if you want me to pick up later, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, what do you
Chris
got there,
Miller says people who have seen Across the Spider-Verse say it feels like the Empire Strikes Back. It shows you worlds you haven't seen, and it's an emotional story that ends in a place where you need to see the third one.
Ooh,
I'm
interesting.
excited.
5 new worlds will appear in Across the Spider-Verse. Mumbattan, which I'm guessing is Spider-Man India's. That's my guess. Nueva York, which I think is 2099's.
It is, yeah.
New London, Gwen's Earth 65, and a secret dimension that is being kept under wraps for now.
I'm wondering if that's going to be going to
Spider-Punk.
I
No, that's New London, probably.
probably. I'm thinking of the villain. I'm spacing on his name.
Spot or what?
Spot. I'm pretty sure it's Spot.
Man, I'm so excited
Yeah,
for that
I
new
think
Spider-Man movie.
I think that's going to be his world.
Oh, man, so can't wait for it.
It's going to be great.
Absolutely.
Here we go. James Gunn says they are working on getting Wonder Woman into more animated content. I agree that there hasn't been enough of her in that area, and was one of the first things I brought up to the animation folks. More Wonder Woman is always good.
Well, I saw his initial tweet. Somebody mentioned that Wonder Woman needs to be more utilized in the future because of how rich he is, and he retweeted that person saying it and said working on it. That's all he said initially.
Well, we know she's.
I was like, that's one hell of a drop.
We know she's
insane.
in Shazam too.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer. Michael Cuesta from Dexter is set to direct the first episode of Daredevil Born Again.
I'm excited about that. I like Dexter.
I'm excited for Daredevil, period.
Yeah, no, for
Bernthal
sure.
back.
But I mean, I just that makes me even
I've
more
never
excited.
seen Dexter, so
It's good.
I
It's
need to
good.
start watching the Daredevil TV show.
Yeah.
I need to watch
Seriously,
all of the
please.
episodes. Yeah.
I'm making my way through the Netflix MCU right now. I'm on Jessica Jones season 2 next. Sandrine Holt will star as Vanessa Fisk in Daredevil Born Again. Eldon Hansen and Deborah Ann Wall are not returning as Foggy and Karen Page in Daredevil Born Again. It is unknown if the roles will be recast. From what I heard, it's not 100% that they're gone. It's that they're most likely not coming back.
I hope that they come back.
I hope they come
really
back
do.
too.
We shall
Michael Shannon. Oh, whoops.
No, you skipped a bit.
John Bernthal is returning as the Punisher in Daredevil Born Again.
Arguably the
Yes.
biggest piece of Daredevil news. You all skipped it.
see. By accident. That's all right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Michael Shannon praises Andy Muschietti.
I believe so.
Work with Zod in The Flash. Everybody who worked for him just adores him. He's really creative. I mean, much like Zack Snyder was. And very, very visual. He's a brilliant artist.
Oh my gosh.
Bob Iger questions the need to keep returning to existing MCU characters rather than introducing new characters. Sequels typically work well for us. Do you need a third or a fourth, or is it time to turn to other characters?
I have a comment about that, but that can wait until
Yeah.
after the news.
Jensen Ackles almost played Batman in Gotham Knights, but couldn't due to scheduling conflicts.
Thank goodness.
Oh,
That show doesn't
God.
deserve him.
I-
I'm just going to say it.
I keep seeing the TV advertisement on YouTube, and I'm like, skip, next.
The big news. Batman, Cape Crusader, will now be released by Amazon.
Woo!
The studio has already ordered 2 seasons of the series.
Heck
I'm so
yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
The Batman Part 2 officially begins filming in November. Nice birthday present for me. My birthday's November 2nd, for those of you that didn't know. We got our first look at Kahori for What If Season 2. The character will be included in an episode focused on what would happen if the Tesseract fell to Earth and landed in the sovereign Haudenosaunee,
We're sorry if we butchered that.
yes, Confederacy before the colonization of America. Nicolas Cage on if he wants to join the MCU. I don't need to join in the MCU. I'm Nick Cage.
My favorite quote ever.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that now. That's my favorite
true.
quote.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Warner Brothers is releasing all 17 of Max Fleischer's Superman theatrical shorts on Blu-ray on May 16th. The shorts were remastered from new 4K scans of the original 35mm negatives.
That was way before I started watching all the Batman movies. Watching the 1940s.
Those are from like the 40s, yeah.
Yeah, they were fun.
Can I have this piece of news?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
This applies to my special interest.
Oh, yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Go for it. I
Okay.
have no interest.
Again, I'm bringing you the final piece of news. Sorry to steal your thunders, guys.
Take it, I don't want it.
Not a whole lot of people want it. I'm just going to say it now. Brian Michael Bendis is writing a new graphic novel memoir about his time on Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, the Broadway musical. One of the biggest, most catastrophic musical failures in all Broadway history.
Oh, no.
It's going to be releasing in weekly installments in his Substack newsletter, and once done, it's going to be collected in print from Dark Horse.
Okay.
I think it's kind of funny that's going to be from Dark Horse, considering it's a Marvel property.
Wow, okay.
Musicals are a dark horse, though, so.
Now wait a minute here.
I'm adding that.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I
Matthew.
gotta get a tally going. Like at this point, it's happening too often. I'm just gonna start guessing, and if it's too much, you deserve it. Moving on to sci-fi news. First up, John Boyega will star in The Freshening with Kathy Yon set to direct. The sci-fi romance follows a world where a public health initiative causes every American to receive an injection, after which they only see others of the as the same race and gender as themselves. Which I think that's really interesting. I don't know how they're going to go about it. I feel like they're going to have multiple castings for the same characters.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting.
I just hope it doesn't get like super political.
That's what
It looks like it's probably going to be somewhat political, as long as they don't beat you over the head with it.
Well, I think I think that let's say the comments.
Yeah.
Because
we'll say
that's a little mini discussion on its own.
Yeah, that's sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Next up, for some Stranger Things news, Millie Bobby Brown says that she's ready to wrap up the series. She says, and I quote, "I feel like there's a lot of the story that's been told now, and we know of it, and it's been in our lives for a very long time," which is true. It's been going on since, 2015, 2016, something like that?
Don't know. I've still
probably
watched
2016.
Yeah, I feel like that's about right. Matthew, you need to watch it. It's a good show.
I'm going through the Netflix MCU first.
I feel like you say it every single episode. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The next three pieces are all Star Wars, and that will be the end. Don't worry, we try to save you guys some time this time. But unfortunately, some of it's sad news. First up, Patty Jenkins and Kevin Feige's Star Wars films have been shelved. However, one of the direct quotes that I've seen is that they're no longer in active development.
That's good.
So
Wonder Woman
it's
3
possible
again.
that it could come back. I really hope that's the case for Patty Jenkins' movie, because I was really excited about a
Yeah, I'd rather have Patty's than Kevin.
New Republic X-Wing movie, basically.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, I thought it'd be really cool. However, Taika Waititi says that he's still working on his next Star Wars film, and he says that he's likely to star in it, which that's to be expected of Taika Waititi. That's kind of his staple, is that he appears in every one of his movies. And lastly, Hayden Christensen, my Anakin Skywalker, my Darth Vader,
My precious.
he praises the Clone Wars and Dave Filoni's writing for Anakin. He says, and I quote, "I think what Dave Filoni did with Clone Wars and Rebels was brilliant. I'm indebted to Dave Filoni because I think he helped the character of Anakin a lot." And that's the fucking truth. A lot of people changed their minds when it came to concerning the prequels when the Clone Wars came around. That's just the thing. And I think that Dave Filoni was a huge part of it.
I got about 40 episodes left of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, then I'll start the Clone Wars.
You know, it's you got to look at the chronological rewatch of it. I don't have it. I don't have it on hand. I'll probably send it.
We need to talk. We need to talk more Star Wars. We need to talk more because we gotta get to that controversial list again. So not to worry, Star Wars fans. We're gonna get back to that. Okay.
You get to hear me screaming again.
I'm guessing we'll probably do it when Ahsoka starts airing. We'll do the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be sometime this year, I believe.
So yeah, The Flash. I've been so anticipating and so hyping for it to know exactly when those words keep on coming. It makes me more anxious.
Screw The Flash. I'm more excited for Cape Crusader. That's going to be amazing.
I'm
Flash is going to be good, but the Cape Crusader is going to be legendary.
I'm more excited about Cape Crusader just because there's not a whole lot of baggage with that one.
Well,
there's a lot of baggage with the Flash, and that's kind of been holding me back from really getting excited about it. But I have been building up my hype train for it.
Yeah, I have too, but I feel like it's been, 9 years that they've been working on it?
Yeah.
I just feel like they can only hype it up so much with over-expecting stuff. Like,
yeah.
If they've been working on it for 9 years, it better be one great movie.
Well, like a great thing about that movie having baggage in comparison to like almost every other superhero movie that we've gotten, where it's minimal baggage.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like with that movie, the baggage is kind of good in a way. Like it's unfortunate that it has baggage, and especially the baggage that it has.
But it's kind of like free promotion.
Well, not only is it free promotion, but like there are people that turned around when Peter Safran was like, "Yeah, no, this might be the best comic book movie ever."
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are like, "Oh, okay, I will go see it. I will go check it out," especially after the trailer came out. And so I feel like for people to be going into this movie being like, oh, well, this movie has baggage, like that's going to soften like the overhype,
Well,
So
maybe.
I feel like
you never know.
I feel like it's diminishing people's expectations. So if the movie ends up proving to be the way that everybody who's involved in it has been saying it is, like it'll just destroy everybody's expectations, which I think is great.
But to be fair, they've been saying that about a lot of them. They said that about BVS. They said that about Suicide Squad.
That's true, but like you said, they've been working on this movie for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So they've had a long time to help perfect this
And I like
movie.
both of those movies, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get to my DCU rankings next week, it's going to be like you guys with Star Wars. It's very hard for me to rank them.
Well, it could be. You never know. We could get to another fight, and we probably can get to another rant. You never know.
It probably won't be for
but,
me.
I can
I
make
was gonna say, I'm passionate about DCU the way Dylan is with Star Wars.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I can make the big argument that the Flash movie itself, I think it's for me one of the best looking DCU films.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I really do, because the whole thing in general looks amazing.
Well, that's just something that's something DCU I think definitely has over Marvel. It's the cinematography is usually a lot better in DCU films.
Yeah.
BVS, the rain scene where they're out when Batman and Superman fight,
I
yeah.
love
the
that
Doomsday fight.
Yeah.
It's all incredibly looking. Man of Steel, the flying scenes.
Mm.
Yeah, especially like the building fight the fight in Metropolis at the end.
Well, I mean, we're only seeing like the stuff from the trailer so far.
Right.
Like I mean, like some of the bigger points that stood out to me from the trailer were the parts where they're clearly fighting Zod,
Yes.
and
Probably the
we
final
haven't even
fight,
seen a
yeah.
whole lot.
Right.
So I mean, you can only imagine how much better it's going to be. Like I'm very excited for it.
I'm
just
excited to
more
see how the
excited about
Speed Force
character
looks.
Oh, dude, no, absolutely.
I'm hoping it
Yeah.
looks somewhat similar to how it looked in Snyder Cut. Because I like how they have like the cosmic background and then it's just the lightning and stuff like that. That looks really cool having the cosmic background.
Well, I got
Because the Speed Force is supposed to be like a cosmic force.
I gotta ask. This talking about the Speed Force led me to like the different colors of lightning, and obviously this other berry is probably gonna have the yellow lightning.
Yeah.
What if that's because we know that they've said that they're wondering about Ezra Miller returning as the Flash in the future DC slates.
Yeah.
What if the main DCEU berry actually dies, and we end up having the yellow lightning Flash? Granted, it's still Ezra Miller as that one, but like, what if we end up getting that? I think that'd be interesting.
I'm thinking.
Killing off literally the main character.
The only question I have is who's going to be in the Flash movie besides Batman? What other cameos are we going to be getting? Are we going to see some great surprises?
I know of one cameo from the concept art.
I'm spacing on
Christopher Reeve is giving an archive footage, apparently.
Yeah, I'm just not super excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a. This is going to catch heat. I am not a Christopher Reeve fan.
I have not even bothered.
The first time I liked Superman was Man of Steel. I love Smallville.
I haven't even bothered to watch them, honestly.
I'm just not a Christopher Reeve fan. The movies are too dated for me.
Yeah, because
I can stand with
Yeah,
that
because-
a little bit.
because
you don't
to
get
me-
full pass from me.
because
Michael Keaton's still good as Batman, obviously.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was from
because
early
to me
90s.
it's like
That's what
it's
that
like
was
trying to
like.
watch a James Bond movie and you're starting with Sean Connery, and I'm sorry, it looks dated.
I can watch the Sean Connery Bond films. Those aren't because there's no superpowers or anything, so it doesn't look quite as dated.
I'm starting with Roger Moore's. I'm starting with that one.
So okay, so that brings me to the question of, and we'll have our little mini discussions about the other stuff as well. We're going a little bit.
Yeah,
for this
we're
one.
trying to get off sidetracked a
yeah,
little bit.
Yeah, we're trying to make it so that it's not as long for you guys.
Yeah.
That's our goal
So we can get to
going
the big
forward.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to fix some issues. But that makes me ask you the question, Matthew. Where's your cutoff for the time difference? Because okay, I've been doing my Smallville rewatch,
Yeah.
and I'm never going to say anything bad about that series.
Yeah.
Like I can admit some stuff, but I'm not going to
Yeah,
bash
some
it
of
ever.
the CGI is very questionable.
Yeah, absolutely. But that show itself is dated.
Yes.
Like when you're watching that, it's like, oh yeah, no, this is super 2000s. Which I mean, obviously, it came out in the early 2000s.
I was born in '94 though, so it's.
I'm wondering, like, are you okay with the quality of like the mid 80s period?
Yeah.
Is that where like it starts
I like
like
stuff
okay,
like-
I can pass it?
I like stuff in the 70s, even Alien, Star Wars, obviously Star Wars.
Is it so?
Die
is it just like
Hard.
the special effects that gets you, or
It's just some of the like the writing and stuff too,
okay?
especially in the first one, because like I've never been a fan of Lois Lane never knowing. It's so stupid. It's like it's so obvious. If you're that good of a reporter, it's gonna be obvious.
Hold on. Okay. That actually makes me bring up one of my favorite parts and points of comic book history. There was actually a comic where they revealed Superman has a hidden superpower, where he has this psionic power to convince people that he's not Superman.
Okay, I did not know about that.
Yeah,
so-
I want to
okay.
I want to buy that comic. It's not super expensive. I think the last time that I saw it was like $60,
That's not
which
too bad.
compared to like other like huge comics, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But no, like the cover is him like taking off his glasses, and everybody's like, no, that's Clark Kent. Like he's in suit and everything.
Exactly.
Like they're like, no, that's Clark Kent, and he's using his power to convince everybody.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
obviously that's not an actual thing that he has now, because that's kind of a stupid.
Most
superpower.
of the movies looks good back in the 70s and 80s, and there are others will be thinking that ages pretty bad ways.
Some movies still look bad in the 90s. I'm gonna rag on my childhood with Space Jam. The CGI in that was
Oh
horrendous.
no, Matty, please
I'm-
don't!
no,
I
I'm
love
not-
this movie.
I won't stand for that. Okay, you could slander Michael Jordan's acting in that movie.
Hey, I love his acting.
Listen, it's good for a guy that hadn't been doing a lot of acting.
It's a decent
But
movie.
it's an easy tell, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But personally, for me,
That's-
New Legacy is better than the first one.
no.
Yes,
no,
it is.
no,
No.
Yes,
no,
it is.
No.
no,
I don't
Denied.
care. I don't care what you say.
no. Okay,
Denied.
this. Thank you guys for listening to the episode. It's been great. I'm gone. Bye.
There,
Like-
there may or
no,
may
I
not-
can't.
We'll
I
get
can
to a
defend
fight.
some opinions.
We'll
I can
get to a
defend some
fight about
opinions.
that one.
Not that one.
there may or may not be about to be a murder.
I can defend some opinions, and I have defended some of our opposing opinions to some listeners.
And you know
I
what?
defended them.
Okay.
But I can't defend that one. No way.
Okay. Actually, thank you for starting the rant, because that brings me to the next thing I want to get into. And that is the Bedrock prequel.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's a sequel, not a prequel.
Or sequel.
Get your
Okay.
facts straight.
Okay.
No, it's a requel.
Oh no.
It's
Okay.
a requel.
I'm going to start my rant
Oh,
on this part.
Let the
Like-
bodies hit the floor.
Like,
Let the
okay,
bodies-
all I can say this after reading this, all I can say is, just like Scooby-Doo show, Velma, just like this one, all I can say is, screw me! Screw you! Okay, first of all, Flintstones was like my childhood, okay? I love watching the Flintstones.
Back in the Dark Ages.
Well, it was actually on Cartoon Network, but then it was moved
That's
over
in
to
the bank, by the
Boomerang
way.
because they moved it over to Boomerang to do the classic war cartoons.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation for another
Yeah.
time. But the Flintstones, you don't ruin childhood just like Scooby Doo. So what's at least another thing. That's another Hanna-Barbera population to turn into adult series. Like, okay, so Flintstones, okay, reboot it, fine. Why are you making it adult? What are you doing?
I feel like there's no issue with a adult, centric episode of a childhood series, as long as it's
Unless
done
you're
right.
Scooby-Doo. Unless you're Scooby-Doo.
Well,
As long as it's done right.
okay, Scooby-Doo was different. There's a difference between Velma and the Mystery Incorporated live-action series.
True.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's still 100% respected the original show.
Yeah.
I feel like when people, I feel like now, because previously, I feel like when people thought of like more adult centric revisions, I would say, of huge IPs, people would talk shit about Riverdale.
Yeah,
Which I liked Riverdale
I never
when I
watched
was
it.
watching it.
yeah.
Like I only saw like the first 3 seasons. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that show now. I've been seeing some shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on now. I also loved Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix.
I never
That-
watched
that-
that either.
It's really good. I actually really like that one.
Okay.
Like all the way through. But I feel like people used to look at Riverdale and now they're looking at Velma. And Velma is so
It's the
much worse
lowest
than
rated
what people
show
think Riverdale is.
By audiences. Oh, dear God, they hate it.
Yeah, IMDb
Yeah.
has it as the worst rated TV show of all time.
And we're getting a second season.
Wait, what?
Did you guys not know this?
Yeah,
No! I thought it was a rumor!
No.
it's
Apparently,
true.
we're getting a second season.
It's freaking true.
Yeah.
No,
It's been renewed.
No!
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
I know. It's because people were watching it because of how bad
look
it
at
is.
Matthew, he is over there going, why?
So
Just for hate watching? Just
yeah, no, like okay, like
Any
people were like, I
publicity
can't
is-
believe that that's actually what was going on in the in the show because not a whole lot of people were watching it because of what the trailer was.
Yeah.
And then it came out and it blew up on Twitter. So not only are they not only did they run, and I can guarantee
I
this,
need
even
to
though
look
I
this
haven't
up.
seen any quotes
No,
about it.
No.
Not only are they renewing it because of the traction it got from all the bad publicity, but they're also renewing it because a shit ton of people fucking watched it because they couldn't believe how bad it was.
I need to look this up.
People hate watch
because there's
shit.
no way it's real.
See, this is what happens when you hate watch shit.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. The creative Scooby-Doo reimagining that HBO Max Bema has been confirmed for season 2. It's real.
So I feel like, okay,
Screw me, man.
I feel like because it's probably going to be HBO Max that does the Bedrock show.
Yeah.
They're going to Velma-mize it.
Ugh.
That's my main. Who knows? We don't know what kind of comedy is going to come to this because
I'm not
the
gonna
Velma
watch
show
it.
was based
It's-
a lot on Mindy Kaling.
God.
Is that what her name is?
Yeah, Cowling, yeah.
It's based on her comedy, and I've never been a huge fan of her comedy. She's the character on The Office that I'm not the biggest fan of.
In case you can't tell,
Out of everybody,
I'm
including
angry.
Phyllis
I'm so
and,
mad.
Angela. But I'm worried that they're going to go the Velma route, and I really hope that they don't. Like, I hope that it's not as bad as what Velma is, but I'm
I'm not
about
watching it.
For Velma season 2 and Bedrock, I've got a movie quote.
Mm.
You shall not pass.
Too
Yeah.
late. It's too late. Fly, you fools! It's
I mean,
too late.
first of all, I
The
don't know what.
Balrog of Oli coming.
yeah.
First of all, I don't.
HBO Max is the Balrog confirmed.
Exactly.
First of all, my mom gave me a free haircut. I'm growing my hair right now. I'm in stress mode. I don't understand. Why is there going to be a Velma season 2? Why are you turning my childhood Scooby Fred Flintstones into an adult series? What are you doing, guys? You are traumatizing me.
John.exe has stopped working. Please restart the program.
Yeah,
We gotta reboot his entire computer, man.
oh, Jesus Christ.
We're gonna be lucky if we salvage anything.
Can we?
I don't know. Should we start getting into the other subjects? Or
Yes, please.
There
please.
was the one thing that I wanted to talk about. Where is it?
Just get to the positivity so I can get the anger
the
out.
mini discussion for the first piece of sci-fi news, the John Boyega movie.
Okay.
Okay, so we were talking about, and we don't want to get political on this podcast,
Yeah.
and this discussion isn't going to be political, so please don't be turned away by it. I do think that that's going to end up being a thing.
Yeah.
However, the reason why I said like I think that it's going to end up being there are going to be multiple people casted for the same role is because of that is because of that same race and gender thing.
Yeah.
And obviously the attraction thing is going to be something that becomes part of discourse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But solely looking on the fact that everybody is going to be seen as the same race and gender, I feel like that's something that a lot of people should actually be celebrating. I don't know if that's something that like borderlines what we don't want to get on this podcast.
I don't know.
So I'm going to kind of leave that comment there.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's interesting because
It's an interesting concept.
because imagine like God, how do I say this without like this is hard.
Careful, you don't want to lose viewers. Careful.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not a smart man.
It's like playing with gases and matches and gasoline and trying not to start a fire.
don't get me wrong. If we lived in a D&D world, and the D&D nerds are going to know exactly what I'm saying when I say this, I would be a wizard with high intelligence, but my wisdom score would be so low because I just don't know how to antiquate everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say exactly what I'm saying because it comes out wrong. So I don't want this to come out wrong. But it's like it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think it's good that they're going to be gender swapped basically
Yeah.
versions of characters. Because I feel like if they weren't gender swapped, that would open up the possibility of them just black facing or white facing
Right.
everybody.
Could be a
Which
problem.
it would be a huge problem. I'm not a racist man. Let me get that out of the fucking
Me
Exactly.
neither.
I'm not.
Me neither. We're
I
not.
don't stand
We're
for
not
that kind of
getting into
shit.
that.
Nope.
And I feel like that's not political.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Do
That's
we
just
agree
two
on that? Or do we have to
Absolutely.
edit that
Human
out?
being.
Okay. Because I just want to make that clear because there are people that think that is political. I'm trying not to be political. I'm just saying I don't stand for racism. I don't want racism. And I don't like racists.
Exactly.
Me neither.
So I feel like the fact that they're doing the gender swap as well is going to be really is going to help fix that worry that people would have.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's going to end up being one of those things where it. I'll just make my final comment and leave it at this. I think that there's going to be a lot of words that the LGBTQ plus community has for this show or
Probably,
for this movie, right? Yeah, for this movie.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to have a lot of words for it, and I definitely think that if the movie ends up going through, and I think it will.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to have to like keep that in mind throughout production.
Yeah.
I think that that's one of those things where they should involve the community and be like, how would you feel about this, that, and the other?
Yeah.
Like, make that your test audience. That'll solidify your movie. One way or another, it will solidify your movie.
All you have to do is just make a good movie, and controversy will be off site.
It
can be.
it can be.
It can.
I don't.
You never
I
know.
won't say that would 100% fix it, but it can be.
It can.
And
Be.
I just that's my thought on it. That's my final thought on it before like we fall down that rabbit hole.
And I can say this real quickly about John Boyega. That's another best thing about the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
I love.
He's
John
a
Boyega.
fantastic actor. Love him.
I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but one of my favorite movies that he's ever done was Attack on the Block, which was a alien movie.
Okay.
It's really go watch it. It's
Okay.
really. I'm pretty sure it takes place in England.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, he is
And
English,
just
so.
yeah, so
That's true.
like aliens attack like this more poor community. I think it's been a while since I watched it, but they attack this like lower standard of living community.
Right.
And lower cost.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
let me correct myself. Lower cost.
Yeah.
They attack England and like they attack the entire planet, and it's from the point of view of these people that live in this lower cost community.
Yeah.
And John Boyega is one of the main people in it, and he has this line where this kid is about to get attacked by aliens, because he like ran out or something, and they end up killing the alien or like hitting it with a car or something, and John Boyega is like, "I need you to go back into your apartment. I need you to lock the door, sit down, and watch Naruto." And it's great. I love that movie, and we're getting another one. I'm so excited.
I just can't hide it.
Dude, it's so good. No, seriously, if you haven't seen Attack on the Block starring John Boyega, go fucking watch it. You'll be doing yourself a favor.
Okay.
It's great.
I definitely should do that. So, all I can say to people is, which of these news did you find so convincing and makes you happy? We would love to hear your thoughts in the Facebook comments or anything in between. And please hate the sequel to Flintstones. Please tell me you hate it, please.
Yeah, just don't hate it enough to watch it.
Yeah. But like John was saying, we have Twitter. Dyllan mostly runs the Twitter. Do you want to give them the @ for that?
Yeah, here, let me pull it up really fast. I have to remember if there's a the or not.
Yeah, I'll look up the Facebook while you're looking up that.
Okay, yeah, so you can follow us on @Cinema Asylum, capital C, capital A on Twitter. We're just the Cinema Asylum podcast. It'll have our link tree on there. It'll have just a brief little description of our podcast. It'll have me and Matthew's @ on Twitter. Yeah, I do my best to be active on there. If you get on there, you're going to see me fighting with myself. I feel like it's a very interesting insight to my mind.
Yes.
Don't worry, I don't use it as my secondary Twitter. Do not worry, you're not going to constantly be getting my opinions. If anything, you're going to get me fighting my own opinions on there.
Exactly.
So,
and also,
it's at least a fun thing to look at.
Exactly. And the Cinema Asylum podcast is also available on Facebook. Please go follow that page. We would love to get to hear your opinions on movies and TV shows, go check us out.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Dyllan runs most of the Twitter, and I do most of the Facebook, but we all step in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely follow us on there, and we post stuff throughout the week, so you can see other stuff. We can get your guys' opinions on stuff, because we'd love to hear more from you guys on what, not only the episodes, what we talk about on the episodes, but also your opinions on what future episodes should be like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I forgot. I have that announcement. We're doing a series called "What Makes a Good," and August we're going to do "What Makes a Good Action Movie."
Yeah.
September, I really want to get on this thing and start a trend, Sci-Fi September.
Okay.
So, what makes a good sci-fi movie in September? Obviously, October we'll do horror movies. What makes a good horror movie? And we'll end it with what makes a good superhero movie in November. The month before each episode, we are going to set up a poll, which we will all work on, to set up like a film festival type thing that you guys could vote on. We'll announce the winners during the episode on that genre, and we'll come up with like best picture for action movie, best picture for sci-fi movie. I know for sci-fi, one of the things I want to do is I want to split it. I want to not only we have the best picture category, but also best, and then separate to sci-fi fantasy. So stuff like Star Wars, Dune, The Matrix will all be in that one. And best hard sci-fi, which was the stuff where there's actually a lot of scientific facts, like Interstellar, The Martian.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to separate those into two. And then we'll do like best actor in a sci-fi series, all that. Best sci-fi TV show. But we're going to set these up for categories before, and then you guys can vote on them. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be tons of
It'll be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah. And just to let you know, when we get to the October, when we talked about the horrors, I'm going to give you my issues why I have a problem with horror movies. And I'm pretty sure you'll be interested in that one because there are plenty of multiple facts about that one. But
now the quick warm-up question real quick
All
before
right.
we get started.
The warm-up question after the entire ass discussion that we've done.
At 46 minutes in, the warm-up question.
About time. Pretty early, I'd say.
We started about 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
we're doing pretty good.
Okay. So, what are your top Disney songs that are considered classics? Like they're still good after 20 or more years.
How many do you want us to list?
2 to 3.
Okay. I'll do top 3 from mine.
So at least 20 plus years.
Yeah, so it has to be at least 2003 or before.
Oh, because I wanted.
So Let It Go does not count.
Wait, what year?
2003 or before.
Oh, 2003 or
I'm
before.
not holding to that, just so you know.
Oh, 2003 or before.
Well, my song is from
so,
2012.
so can I actually
Let
get
it go.
into Viking? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, not 2012.
All right. Man,
Not
that's
too long
a
before that.
tough one because honestly, Lion King, Pocahontas, Toy Story, Hunchback of Notre Dame, there were some amazing songs. Beauty and the Beast,
Absolutely.
Aladdin. But I guess I'll try to see where my top 3 could be.
Wait, can we do top 5 instead?
If you want to, yeah.
Top 5.
It'd be
okay.
so much easier.
Okay, let's do top 5.
It's so hard for me to
I'm
rank
only
things.
doing 2, so.
Okay.
Yeah, because you've
Oh,
only
man,
seen 2
that's-
Disney movies.
Oh, this is gonna be so tough.
Okay,
Oh.
maybe 3. I could think of the third one.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna get so killed with these songs that I love that people say that's my number 1, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so let's start with number 5. For me, the most underrated song in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and that is Hellfire. I love that song.
Yes.
That's a fantastic
Jonathan Young's cover of it.
It's
song. Yeah, I think I watched that one. Yeah,
He does like a power metal cover of it.
Yeah, I really did enjoy that one. So that's number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna say "Colors of the Wind" from Pocahontas. I love "Colors of the Wind." That's a beautiful rendition to that song. And by the way, Pocahontas, very underrated. Love that movie. So now coming in at number 3 is going to be "You Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story. And yeah, Pixar movies, yes, it does count. "You Got a Friend in Me," love that one. Very classic and very, very fun to watch. So, and
shut up, Matthew. Don't make a joke. Don't make a joke.
I'm not
If
going
you make a joke, it's going to be 2x points.
It's not appropriate for the podcast anyway.
Okay, good.
so anyway,
We've probably lost some listeners in this episode. We don't want to lose more.
that comes in at number 3. Now we're in the top 2, and spoilers, top 2, both of them are from the Lion King. But which one? I'm gonna say Hakuna Matata at number 2. It's a very fun and very classic song, and of course it's about letting go of your worries. So love that one. So, and for me, number 1, I'm going to go with Circle of Life because that's the main theme of The Lion King. So those are my top 5 Disney songs from 2003 and before. And I hope I don't get killed.
You want me to go next, or do you want to go next?
Well, you got 2, so
I got 3.
well, you got 3, so
All right.
I got my 5.
So you want me to go next?
Go for it. Might as well.
Bare Necessities, number 3.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Yeah.
Son of Man from Tarzan, number 2.
That was awesome, too.
Okay.
And number 1. Can you feel the love tonight?
That was pretty great, too.
Okay. So am I doing mine now, or
Yep,
do you got comments?
that's it.
Okay. I totally forgot that Tarzan was there. Dang it! I have my. All right. So I think
Phil
for.
Collins nails that soundtrack.
Oh, dude, absolutely. So I'm going to replace. I'm going to replace my number 5. I'm going to replace my number 5. My number 5 was "When Somebody Loved Me" from Toy Story 2.
Okay.
The song that plays over
I
Jesse's
love that
one.
scene. Yeah, that's such an emotion. That's number 6 for me. Okay. But my now number 5 is "You'll Be in My Heart."
Yeah.
Tarzan was always a huge movie for me, especially.
It's so good.
My mom and I watched it all the time when I was growing up.
Okay.
It was one of my favorite movies to watch growing up.
Yeah.
So it's just it has a special place in my heart already because of that.
It'll be in your heart.
Yes,
You
it'll
walked
be in
into
my
that-
heart.
You walked into that one. You walked into that one.
I did. I can't be angry. I can't be angry.
Okay, so anyway, that's number 5. Shorty got a number 4.
That's number 5. Okay. So for number 4, I think number 4 is going to be. Let me make you. This is me I'm breaking the rule twice on my list.
Okay.
I'm letting you know now. I'm breaking it twice.
Shame.
I'm a Tangled stan. I think that Tangled is the best 3D animated Disney movie we've ever gotten. Maybe not Disney Pixar, because I don't want to upset everybody that loves Disney Pixar. But it's the best 3D animated Disney movie we've ever gotten, especially in the princess category. I will die with that opinion.
Here we go.
I actually
fucking love
got to meet Rapunzel at the dance.
Dude, I'm so angry. I want to meet her. I want to meet everybody from that movie. I'm getting off topic. From Tangled the series, my number 4 is "Let Me Make You Proud."
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, okay. I love the character that sings it. It's his name is Varian, and it was the Toy Man's son on Supergirl. That's who sings it.
Yeah.
I'm spacing on his name too. It's
Yeah.
like Jeremy something.
Jeremy Jordan.
Jeremy Jordan. Yeah, great singing voice.
Yeah.
Like anybody that's seen Flash knows that. But
Yeah, that musical episode. Yeah.
he sings multiple songs in Tangled the series.
Okay.
Nice.
And "Let Me Make You Proud" is one of them, and it's him singing to his dad, who he got like crystallized in this amber stuff, and he even has a reprise of it. The reprise is even better.
Okay.
It's fucking great. If you haven't watched Tangled the series, watch Tangled the series. It's
I'm
awesome.
definitely gonna check it out since I love Tangled.
No, see, like, do you have Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's on Disney Plus, all of it. There's like a little like prelude series, and then there's the series. So just look up Tangled. You'll see like a 6-episode series, and then there's gonna be like a 3-season series. They're great. One of the best things that has come out of Disney animated shows in the past 10 years.
Nice.
Okay.
It's awesome. I highly recommend it.
Can't wait to watch it.
Number 3, Hellfire.
All right.
I that's also one. The movies from that time period are all instant classics. I will take those over almost anything before the 90s
Yeah.
when it comes to Disney. Like anything released in that 10-year window, I will take it. Like those are all above like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty,
Of the
Snow
older
White.
older ones, The Jungle Book's the best one.
It's above Jungle Book for me too. Like
Okay.
all those movies in that 10-year block, it's all above that.
Okay.
Like I mean, it's just fucking great.
Hellfire's a great song in general.
Well, I mean,
Fantastic.
it's a great movie.
A great movie, absolutely.
Underrated.
Underrated.
I actually defended it on Twitter recently, where somebody was like, "Oh yeah, that movie was great, except for the gargoyles." And it's like the gargoyles were a huge part.
Absolutely.
Like they were great. They were an accent to the darker aspects of that movie. Like without the gargoyles, like that story just would be insanely dark.
yeah.
Like, I mean, like they brightened up that movie, and I know that there are people that like the darker aspects of it a lot. I certainly do.
Me too.
But you can't say that movie would be the same at all without the gargoyles. So like they were so integral, and honestly, they gave it what Disney what Disney is known for in animated movies.
I bought a 50-pack of it's horror classics on DVD. I bought it for my birthday. It was like $10 for 50 movies. But it has the original Hunchback of Notre Dame from like 1925.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch that soon.
It's good. It's good.
That.
I recommend it. I like it a lot.
All right. So help on number 3. So what's number 2?
Okay. So my number 2. My number 2 is going to be, I believe I picked out Reflections.
Oh, from Mulan.
From Mulan, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's what I picked. In those two little rants, I kind of I kind of forgot what my second one was. I know what my number 1 is. I'll just no, it's the song. I don't know the exact title. I'm so bad with titles and shit. It's the one that Rapunzel sings when she's looking at the lanterns.
Oh, I see the light.
Yeah, I see the light. I couldn't remember if that was the title or if it was
I see the light. Yeah, that's a great dual song.
Oh my gosh, man. There's been a lot of bad stuff going on with Zachary Levi recently, and he's one of the main reasons why I love Tangled. So the news recently has been bumming me out. But
I haven't heard.
There's been more.
I haven't.
There was like
read
a thing with
any
Britney
of that,
Spears.
but we're not.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know about the Zachary Levi stuff, look it up. I'm not gonna say it because again, we don't want to be downers.
Right.
We don't want to introduce that kind of vibe to the show.
Absolutely.
And we're all looking forward to Shazam next week. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can't wait.
Well, this week technically.
Yeah, Zachary Levi's singing voice is great.
It's beautiful.
And so it was a beautiful pairing. Like, I mean, they casted really well for that movie just for the characters alone.
Yeah.
But like the singing voices, they accent each other really well. And I just that song is. How can you not listen to that song, and how can you listen to that song and not go, man, this really is the best 3D animated princess movie of all time.
It is amazing.
Pushing my agenda again.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. I love it so much.
My brother's gonna hate me. I watched Frozen many times, but I definitely need to watch more.
I know that I'm gonna get. Oh, by the way, shout out to my brother. He texted me his commentary on a previous episode this morning.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to you guys about it after the episode.
Okay, sounds good.
But shout out to my brother. Brother, if you're listening, thank you. I really appreciate it. I know I'm the annoying little brother.
Yeah, may I say, your brother Dyllan is awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right,
he might not agree, but
yeah. All right, so
but he's going to have some words about me saying that Tangled is number 1. He thinks Frozen is. He's wrong.
All right, so did we got to the number 2 song?
We got to number 2.
Okay, so what is the number 1 song for you?
Go the Distance from Hercules.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Holy crap! I don't really like listening to covers of songs very often.
Yeah.
Like I like Fall Out Boy's Monkey Song from Jungle Book.
Okay.
Their cover of that one was really
I like
good.
Fall Out Boy's Immortals from Big Hero 6.
Oh, that was really good, but that was an original song.
Right, yeah.
No, they did a full cover for the Monkey Song.
Oh, I Want to Be Like You?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to look this up.
You have to. It's on Spotify. I think it's from like 2011 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not from too long ago, but
I'll look that up.
It's good. It's one of my favorite Disney covers that I've ever listened to. Which I'm not a huge fan of listening to Disney covers. I'm just not that far into the Disney thing.
But
I love Disney.
But Go the Distance had some great covers.
Holy crap.
My gosh, yeah.
Listen to the Brigham Young University cover of it, and it's great. They got their men's choir to do it, and they brought in like alumni, I believe, to sing the song, and along with that, but they hired a local children's chorus, I believe.
Okay.
And it blows me away. I almost want to listen to it more than the original song.
That's true.
It's sure as hell in my playlist.
I'm like that with Jonathan Young's covers.
Yeah, it's serious. Again, do yourself a favor. Listen to their cover of it. BYU's cover of Go the Distance. Your jaw just drops. It's beautiful.
There's even a Sam Robson acapella cover of Go the Distance, which is it's so good. I just love listening to acapella. Acapella is so cool. I love acapella.
Well, have you checked out man, what is it? It's let me look it up really fast. I have Spotify pulled up. Voice Play. Have you checked out the channel Voice Play?
No, I don't think I have.
They're really good. It's a group of like 5 people, I believe, and they do a lot of Disney songs. One of my favorite ones that they do is Grim Grin Ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
Like, I fucking love them.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna check them out. All right, now we can get to the full reviews. I think we should start with the Mandalorian season 3 episode 2.
Yes, absolutely.
Great follow up to episode 1.
This episode was better.
It was million times.
Another
better.
fantastic episode, and it leaves you with a cliffhanger, as in, why did Mando actually went down to the waters?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something different. Let's not talk about the huge thing yet.
Okay.
Do you know what that thing was at the end of the episode?
No.
Do you?
I thought I did, but I don't think I could be wrong.
We'll save it. I know exactly what it is, and a lot of other fans do too. It's fucking massive, literally and figuratively. But let's talk about the episode itself before we talk about that.
All right.
Because holy shit, I'm going to fangirl like
Once
no other.
again, visually stunning. The cinematography, beautiful.
Yeah,
acting,
especially when the ship is
so
landing.
good.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Pedro Pascal is he's just an incredible actor.
Yes.
We got Grogu saying his first word.
I'm not counting that as his first word.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm not, because we all know his first word is going to be daddy or dad.
True. Very
That's
true.
going to be one of his yes, he's not still in the little baby mind. You know, like we've seen that thus far, where like he tried to use his force power in the second season, I think,
like 2s or 3s,
and then like he went to
normally.
look at his hand. So obviously he has that cognitive function.
I'm guessing he's like 2 or 3 in human years.
I maybe because there's supposed to be according to stuff that I've read online, Grogu and Yoda's in Yaddle's
Yes.
race, they're supposed to be fully matured by 100.
Okay, and they're like
So at this
50,
point,
like
he's
50.
about 51, 52.
Yeah.
It depends on how long there was a gap between season 1, season 2, along with the like 6 months before
Right.
season 3. Because no, let me correct some news that people have seen in the past 2 weeks. There was not 2 years between season 2 and season 3.
Okay.
People mistook what Jon Favreau said about there being a time, like timing thing. There were just outside the universe, there were 2 years, but in the universe, it wasn't 2 years. So, I mean, Boba Fett didn't take place after a year. You know, like Boba Fett wasn't a year after the end events of season 2.
Right.
That didn't happen. No, there wasn't in universe 2 year time jump. There wasn't. People took what Jon Favreau said out of context. Let's get that out of the way. I don't think that we've mentioned it yet, but there wasn't a 2 year time jump. Don't worry, the timeline's not messed up. we're still like 11, 12 years in into
Right.
like, the sequel trilogy era. That's where we are now. But yeah, no. I don't consider that his first words.
Okay.
It definitely sounds like it. It definitely
Yeah.
sounds like Pele Mono. I just
It didn't come out
my
clear
head
enough.
canon is that his first words are going to be dad.
Yeah, it didn't come out clear enough.
Yeah,
But-
I wouldn't say so. No,
But
And
even when he does talk, it's so cute. It's so cute.
It is.
I'm
it
still
is.
calling him Baby Yoda. I don't care if it's Grogu. It's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, okay.
It's cuter.
That's something that we really need to normalize about the show is being like, oh well, he has a name, and it's like, okay, he has a name. I was kind of bad about this initially. During season 2, I was kind of bad about it. My fiance knows. we had many fights where she was calling him Baby Yoda. But I think that we need to normalize this thing where, like, there are people that know him as Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yes, he has a fucking name, but he's Baby Yoda.
And there are
Absolutely.
also people that don't even watch Star Wars except for The Mandalorian.
Absolutely. Like he was known as the child.
How
Nobody called him the child, though.
Well, there's someone we all know that only watches The Mandalorian.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. I feel like an issue that I have with going into this season is the part where people are having the issues of connected universes.
Yeah.
Where people are mad that they had to watch the Book of Boba Fett to understand how Din got Baby Yoda back.
Right.
And it's like, okay,
It's all
No,
one big series.
you can be upset that you have to watch another thing, absolutely.
Honestly,
but it's part of the same universe.
honestly-
That's like being upset that you have to watch Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Like you watch New Hope and then you watch Return of the Jedi and you're like, well, what the fuck happened in between? Han Solo was just fine. Man, I had to watch another fucking movie.
Oh, big deal.
It's a shared universe.
Exactly.
You can't be mad about missing stuff when you don't watch everything in that universe. You don't have to watch everything. You don't. But when you're watching a story, you can't just skip part of it.
Right.
If you don't want to watch all of Book of Boba Fett, by all means, you don't have to. Just watch the last 2 episodes. You'll get all the Mandalorian stuff that you missed.
I'm gonna be straight with you. Mando and Book of Boba Fett, those episodes, that was so frustrating because I was thinking it was supposed to be about Boba Fett, not the Mandalorian. What are you doing?
I agree. I think that it would have been better if they didn't give Din an entire episode, and we're a little off from the hour review. But right after this, we'll get back to it. I think my thing is like there shouldn't have been a full episode to Din.
No, absolutely.
There
not.
especially shouldn't have been a full episode to Din, where it wasn't even a full episode to Din, and the other part that wasn't a full episode to Din wasn't to Boba Fett.
Exactly.
It was to Luke Skywalker. No, okay. I don't think that they should have been reunited in Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I will.
It should
I
have
will
been season
maintain.
3, episode 1.
It should.
Exactly.
In my opinion, it should have been the end of season 3, or like close to the end of season 3.
I
And
thought the ratings would have tanked.
I do think that the ratings would have tanked, and so I understand that. But you passed him off, and then the next year you show him getting back as if no time passed.
True.
So my issue is that I would have just liked to see a little something in there before. And having like 20 minutes of Din bounty hunting was badass, and certainly a way to do that.
Yeah.
To show that time had passed. It was a great way of doing it, but I don't think that they should have been reunited, and I don't think that there should have been a full Din episode. I think that they should have brought him in.
Probably.
Absolutely. Like, that made sense. So, like, I'm totally fine with the fact that they brought Din in. And obviously, Din was going to take away from it being Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That's something that you just gotta fucking accept.
All right.
There's
So-
always going to be a cameo character that takes away from the main character.
All right. So are we going to talk about what was in the water?
Well, do we want to talk about...
I got
Bits
one
of the
more thing I
episode?
want to mention. I'm not going to do this too often. I have my beliefs, but I'm not going to try to get too religious on the show. But I love the allegory with the water, like the baptism allegory.
It's...
It's smart.
Well, I mean, the fact that that's viewed as... the fact that Mandalorian culture is also viewed as a religion.
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
what I was-
fully sense.
I
Like,
didn't
it's-
catch on that till I watched it today. It's like, yeah, this is like baptism.
Well, like, he mentions it in the second episode of season 1, where the Jawas are like, "Oh, we want his guns," and he's, or like they're like,
Weapons are part of my religion.
yeah, weapons are part of my religion. Which he says it again in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And that's honestly a really great way of going about Mandalorian culture, because it is about adopting people. It is about helping these people out. Like,
Yeah.
he's a foundling.
Yeah.
So like it's honestly great. And you're right. Like the allegory for baptism is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though I don't agree with his sect, where it's like a Mandalorian's a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah. So did
And-
that character look familiar to you?
The thing at the end?
Yeah, because it kind of looked like that one big creature from Return of the Jedi.
No.
It's not a Rancor, no.
Okay, it looked like, 'cause I was thinking, wait, is that how I think it is? But turned out I was like,
No, the face is the symbol of the Mandalore.
Hold on. I actually had one more comment.
Okay.
All right.
And it was a line early on in the episode where Din is talking to Grogu, and he's like, "You should know maps and know how to get around."
Right.
Because as a Mandalorian, that way you're never lost. And while that can be taken for solely face value, where he's like, "You just need to know how to learn to read a map."
Yeah.
Knowing that, like, he himself was and currently is feeling lost. The fact that he's talking to Grogu about finding his way back to his people is honestly great, and that was such a great line for it because, like I said, that's one of those lines where if you don't really look into it, you can only you could just take it as surface value and not think anything.
Absolutely.
But like, it was just such a good little line to get in there to like help convey the fact that Din himself feels lost because again, Pedro Pascal is a phenomenal actor.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is.
So like him delivering that line, that really ticked that box for me. Where it was like you can really feel that Din feels lost. You can tell that he doesn't quite know what he's doing right now and won't know until he gets in the waters.
I feel like Pedro, Adam Driver, which we'll get into a little bit later, and Jenna Ortega are like three of like the hottest upcoming actors right now.
I'll add to that list Jonathan Majors.
Yes.
Yeah, John. Okay, so who
The
was
big beast.
who was under there?
It's a mythosaur.
Mythosaur, okay.
You're right about it being the emblem of the Mandalorian culture.
Yes.
But the reason why it's so substantial is if you recall back in the very first episode,
I don't remember.
when he meets Kuil and he's learning to ride the
cow things, yeah, or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
the
remember.
blurgs.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's learning to ride the blurgs and he's failing, Kuil's like, "I thought your ancestors rode on the great mythosaur, but you
Okay,
can't
yeah.
tame this." Yeah, so that's what that thing is. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So it's like riding the sandworms in Dune.
Yeah. It's fucking massive. So like the fact that we have a living mythosaur in Star Wars is fucking insane. The mythosaurs were thought to have been extinct. This is me nerding out, by the way. Holy crap! I lost my shit watching the episode. It was so hard for me not to talk about it online because I'm one of those people that don't like spoilers. I've made it known on this podcast, and I'll keep making it known.
We forgot to put out spoiler alert. Too late.
No. My spoiler thing for the episode is 3 days. The grace period, 3 days. That's what it is for all shows for me.
Okay.
After 3 days, it's time.
We'll just get out.
The fact that this is coming out 6 days later,
True.
I feel like it's fine that we're spoiling it.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and say right now, though, there will be spoilers for the two movies we're reviewing, 65 and Scream.
Yeah, before we forget.
Yeah.
Like we always do.
We will forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it was so fucking hard for me not to talk about it. And I also don't interact with tweets where people actively spoil things.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I had a bad experience with it with the first episode of season 2 of Mando, where I knew Cobb Vanth was going to show up. Which Cobb Vanth, if you guys didn't know, he first made his appearance in the book Aftermath, which was one of the very first books in Disney Star Wars canon.
Isn't that Timothy Oliphant's character?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
He made his appearance in that, and that's how we knew that. That's how we all assumed Boba Fett had lived after Return of the Jedi. Because how the fuck else would he be wearing his armor?
Right.
And so it was leaked that Cobb Vanth was going to be in the first season, or in the second season. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was leaked that was going to happen. So we were all expecting it, and then people were sharing pictures, and not only were they sharing pictures of Cobb Vanth, but of Boba Fett. They showed pictures of Boba Fett the first day that episode came out, and I didn't want to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch it. I was like, whatever. Nobody's going to be posting pictures of it. I was like, I don't ever see that kind of shit. Whatever. I'm not going to do it.
And they post pictures
Big
anyway.
mistake. Every episode going forward, I woke up at 3 a.m. to watch it
Do you know what's
because
even
I didn't
worse?
want to fucking go through that. Do you know how bad it is for people that you don't even fucking know or follow on Twitter
Yeah.
for their tweets to appear spoiling that thing? Like I
When the movie is not even out yet in theaters, it's only the like Hollywood screening.
Yeah.
And you get spoiled.
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. Like, I mean, if you do that kind of shit, fuck you. Oh, well, stay offline. No, people shouldn't have to stay offline for you to not be a dickhead.
Especially if it's not even like out yet.
Seriously. If something's not out yet, or if it literally just came out, you do not need to be putting that shit out there. If you want to type your little thing in there and put spoilers above it, by all fucking means, as long as you tag it as spoilers, anybody that reads that tweet, that's on them. Whatever, they can mute it on Twitter.
If you put pictures, put it in the comments.
If you put a fucking picture on there of a massive spoiler, fuck you. No. Fuck you. No. I fucking hate it. You have to wait.
First time it happened to me. So movies come out Fridays.
Yes.
This was Monday. It was just like the Hollywood or New York, whatever screening. Batman versus Superman. Pick a picture. If you seek his monument, look around you. That spoils that Superman dies right there. And that was like 4 days before the movie came out.
I didn't even see that.
Dude,
I seen Mr. Fantastic 2 days before Doctor Strange came out.
Oh, dude, people were bad with Multiverse of Madness. People were so fucking bad with it.
We're going down the
pissed me
rabbit trail, guys.
Welcome to the rant jungle.
Dude, I'm the king of rants. I will go on until my voice is hoarse.
I love it. I love rants.
I just, it pisses me. And I was seeing pictures of the Mythosaur. Day fucking 1. Not even 6 hours after the episode premiered. I was seeing it. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? And, the big thing on Twitter, something that you can easily do not to be an asshole. You have 2 fucking options to not be called a fucking dickhead. If you spoil this shit and not take either of these options on Twitter, go fuck yourself. I'm saying it now. Strong words. I know. But seriously, go fuck yourself. Because there's no fucking reason that either 1, you should not be tagging your shit as spoilers.
Right.
Especially day of release or before. There's no fucking reason not to do it. No reason. It takes 2 seconds. It's 10 characters. Say spoilers. Or 2, there's this really nifty thing that you can do on Twitter now, where if you want to share a fucking image from something that just released, or will be releasing very shortly, that's super spoilery, you can mark it as sensitive content. You can hide it from people. So if you do both, good on you. Absolutely fucking good on you. If you do that shit, I don't have a problem with you. I don't. Because if you tag it, people can mute it. First of all. Second of all, if you fucking make it so it's like filtered out with the sensitive content thing, people don't immediately see it.
Exactly.
Like if we had that thing, season 2, episode 1, I would not be fucking pissed. Season 2, episode 1 was a lot of people's number 1 episodes of that season. It's my lowest rated episode of that fucking season because
of that.
People did that shit. If we had that fucking option back then and people fucking actively use it, especially if they fucking actively used it now, I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't be on a rant right now. But you know what? People are fucking inconsiderate assholes and are like, oh, just stay off Twitter. If you're not going to watch it immediately, stay off. No, it's not that hard not to be a fucking asshole. No, you shouldn't have to inconvenience other fucking people just because you want to be a fucking prick.
Exactly.
No. Rant fucking over. If you do that shit, go fuck yourself. Be better.
It happened with Arrow, too. How far have you gotten to Arrow?
Like I said, I stopped watching at like the end of season 3.
Okay, so
I haven't seen the other 5 seasons.
Season 4, I won't say who, but someone died, and they were hyping it up. So it happened in like episode 14 or something. They were taking.
Wait, are you talking about Laurel?
Yeah. Okay.
They were taking. It's been out for a while. It's not a spoiler.
They were taking set photos from when it was being made of her grave. It was like 9 weeks before the episode aired. That it was all over the internet.
That's absurd.
Well, set photo leaks are one of those things. Well, I'm not on a rant now. It's like when it is a spoiler. Fucking say it's a spoiler.
Yes.
But like set photo leaks are one of those things where I really hate it, but I also leak culture has become so fucking bad at this point.
Yeah. Where
you can only expect it. And so I do everything that I can to avoid it. Like when I muted the term set photos on Twitter.
Okay.
The week that we got our first looks of Kate Bishop.
Okay, yeah.
And it was confirmed that we were getting Lucky the Pizza Dog.
Yeah.
When we got that, I was like, I don't want to see more shit like this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't. Like, I hate leak culture really bad because it's like, okay, there are people that want that information, absolutely. But this is also something that's like hindering the success of the show.
Right.
Like, because people are actively retweeting it. And yeah, people shouldn't always have to worry about what they retweet reaching to other audiences. They shouldn't have to. But again, it's not that hard to not be an asshole.
Right.
On that note,
One more thing. Let's just discuss this real quick before we get into our reviews. A set video leak from the Penguin TV series
Yes.
a couple days ago. I shared it with you guys.
I didn't watch it.
Do we feel like the Penguin? Do we feel like the Batman's going to be upgraded to an R rating, or will the TV shows in between just be TVMA? Because the line was, "Not one of you Fs had the balls to do what I did."
Well, that's PG-13.
PG-13.
I know, but if it's consistently used, that's
Well,
one
yeah.
line.
Yeah, I definitely see Penguin
I-
being TVMA.
That's
giving
what I was
the
thinking,
character.
yeah.
Yeah, TVMA for the Penguin.
That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking, too.
Absolutely.
I don't think they'll end up doing that with the movies though. I think that if they do
I think it'll be
they'll
the
only
TV
do it,
show
like, once.
separately, since it's now based on Batman himself.
Yeah, because they I feel like if they go any lower than PG-13, they're going to lose a lot of audiences.
Yeah, they
but if they
jump
go
up. Oh, yeah,
higher than
absolutely.
PG-13,
Yeah.
they'll also lose a lot of audiences.
Right, because with movies you have the restriction.
Absolutely.
A TV show, someone can just log into their account and watch it even if they're underage.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah.
All right. Let's get to
Review.
let's get their quick review of 65. So I might as well get there quickly first. So we're gonna get the quick review because we have a lot to talk about Scream 6. But let's get to the 65. Start
It
up.
was decent.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it.
it
I didn't
started
expect to
up
like it as
slow.
much as I.
It started up
but-
slow, but I personally think it's a really great movie. It's just I feel like
Plot is super thin.
Yes.
well, it's
I'll say
not.
that.
Well, for me, I feel like that. I thought to myself, I feel like they're missing scenes, and also the movie for me is too short. It should have been 2 hours.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry. Go ahead.
it's okay. It's the plot's so thin. I think extra scenes would have just been extra scenes at that rate. It told the story. It was a very base story. It told it. It executed it. It was done.
Yeah, I've written out my review of these things because I don't want to not say what I'm actively thinking, and then after the episode be like, oh shit, I forgot to say this.
Right.
I did that with Ant-Man. And I actually have that comment on my little review where I say the pace was very fast, making sense given the overall primary issue of the movie, which we said spoiler alert earlier, but
Yeah,
again,
spoilers.
spoiler alert. This takes place when the asteroid hits Earth during the time of the dinosaurs.
Right.
And so, like, that's the ending of the movie is the asteroid hitting the Earth. So of course the movie was going to feel fast paced, and it's going to feel like we were missing things. It's going to feel like it's going to feel like it should have been paced out a little bit more. But I feel like if we would have done that, it would have been more evident that it was kind of threadbare.
Yeah.
Where like if it would have been drawn out anymore, like I think that even like 10 minutes would have been too much.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would have just worsened the overall quality of the movie.
Right.
I don't think that it would have worked out to their favor.
No,
I
it wouldn't have.
definitely wish that.
Yeah.
I definitely wish that it wouldn't have been as fast paced, but it kind of had to be.
Yeah.
But in terms of the action scenes was definitely the highlight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll get. Yeah. There was actually. I'll just go ahead and say it, even though we haven't reviewed the other one yet. I think there was more jump scares in this than there was in Scream.
That's what I was thinking too. You know, I was like,
'Cause
holy shit!
I jumped a couple of times.
Really?
I jumped once at Scream 6.
Yeah.
I
think like
and
4
all I'm
times.
saying what it was during Scream 6.
Yeah.
But this one, like almost every single time that dinosaur popped up, it was a jump scare.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 times.
And like I feel like at this point where we've gotten six Jurassic movies, along with plenty of other dinosaur things, they had to do something different with it.
Yeah.
So they had to turn it into more of a thriller when it came to the
works, though.
dinosaur aspect. It definitely worked. I liked it.
Dinosaur movies work with horror elements.
Yeah, no, for sure. I honestly, I have 2 comments back to back because one comment is really short. I don't know if you guys know the Will Smith movie After Earth.
I've seen it once. I don't remember. I remember not liking
I
it.
didn't even watch it at all.
This movie felt almost exactly like After Earth to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that's
interesting.
the entire vibe that I was getting the entire time. Which obviously they're different movies. They have
Right.
different premises and
I watched
all
it when
that.
it first came out, and I remember not liking it. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it was. I was getting that vibe from the movie the entire time.
Okay.
And then I have other comments about the movies, but I want you guys to obviously talk instead of me just doing my entire review. I'm glad. I'm really happy with the dinosaur designs that we got.
Me too.
I'm
That's
glad that
that's what I was
they-
going to bring up. Yeah.
I'm
Especially
glad,
the T-Rex design.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it was one of those things where you could feel that it was inspired by all the ones that have come before.
The T-Rex was definitely the best.
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell that they were inspired, but they also had their own unique quality to it. Where like when people walk away from the movie, I feel like that's one of the things that they walk away with, which is good. It's a great thing for people to walk away, and I feel like nobody would be disappointed with the designs in this movie too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they added a shit ton of feathers or anything.
Right.
I feel like it was it. You look at that and it's like, no, that's for sure a fucking T-Rex.
Yeah.
It's not the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, but you look at it and you're like, no, that's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
Like-
you don't know about dinosaurs.
Yeah. So like this could be one of those things where if we end up getting more stuff regarding 65,
Yeah.
which I have another comment about that, but we'll get to
I
that.
don't think we will, but
Yeah, we won't.
If we were to get more from that, this could end up being some kids Jurassic Park.
yeah.
Like, I mean, that could be what because I feel like we all, when we think T-Rex, we think of Jurassic Park.
I've got a story real quick. It's about the movie, kind of, so it fits into the plot.
I just,
Back before I was homeschooled,
yes.
I was in school. I was a dinosaur nut. I corrected my teacher in first grade on the pronunciation of a dinosaur. Archaeopteryx. I corrected her right in front of the class.
That's hilarious. Wow, that's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, so overall, personally, we do actually enjoy it. But they got so screwed up with the release date. There were 5 release dates, and they were just like giving up at this point, and it's disappointing because I definitely think for me, if the movie was a little bit longer, it probably would have got a higher score for me. But still, I still thought it was kind of a great movie. I actually enjoyed it.
Of the
Well, I like
blockbuster
it.
movies this month, I feel like it is going to be the lowest box office.
I feel like
I did look at it as of this recording, $20.8 million on opening weekend.
I feel like I'm just going to shoot it out real quick. I feel like it's going to be Creed 3 as number 1 box office.
Yes.
Shazam, John Wick, Dungeons and Dragons. No, maybe Scream, then Dungeons and Dragons. And then 65 and last
Okay.
Yeah.
for this month.
I don't know. I saw I think 65 made like 50 million so far.
It did?
I think. I might
Yeah,
have
I
read
did
that
look
wrong.
at it. Yeah, well, I'll get to the box office a little bit later for Scream 6. I'll get to that a little bit
I'm
later.
dyslexic, so I have reading issues. So I might have read it wrong, but
Yeah. So yeah, out of 10, what would you guys give it?
I usually do 5-star ratings.
But you gave it
It'd be
a.
easier
I
for
saw
me to
you.
do.
I saw you gave it 4 out of 5. Actually, yeah. So 4 out of 5 on the star rate for him.
I give it about a 7. Like, I mean, it was like I said, I liked it. I just I liked it more than I thought that I would like
Yeah,
it.
I actually really like it. I
Because-
actually gave it a 9.5. Actually,
Really?
and the reason why is because when the action is there, and once the chemistry between her and Adam Driver's
Yeah,
relationship is
when that
there,
picks up.
I thought the movie started thinking this is really good. So
Yeah, no,
I think
it
she'll
got
be a
the
good
ball
actor.
rolling.
I think she's going to be a good future actress.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. So
I have actually a comment about Adam Driver's performance.
Yeah.
Again, he proves that he's like a true thespian.
absolutely.
Like, he was fucking great.
I actually, in terms of acting quality, obviously Star Wars is a bigger movie. I like his performance better in this than as Kylo Ren.
Well, I actually have an opinion about that, but I won't say it. It doesn't really matter. It's not permanent. Yeah, no, his performance in this movie was great.
There's a lot of
Which-
emotion.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotion. Considering the fact we only really got like 4 people casted.
Yeah.
Everybody. The thing about Adam Driver being a great actor is that everybody else that's in a scene with him doesn't seem as good.
Right.
Because I don't want to say that the other people that were cast in this movie were bad.
Right.
I don't want to say that they weren't. They were
good.
really good. There was chemistry between the family and everything. It's just,
just
in
that good.
comparison to Adam Driver, man, he makes everybody else seem subpar.
There's a movie he did I really want to see. It's called Silence.
I don't think I've heard it.
I think Martin Scorsese is the producer.
Oh, okay.
Let me look it up real quick. I'll just read it real quick because I know we want to get to our Scream review. We got a lot to say about Scream.
Yeah.
Okay. Silence is a 3-hour movie from Martin Scorsese. Nominated for Best Cinematography at the Oscars.
Damn, okay.
The plot follows 2 17th century Jesuit priests who travel from Portugal to Edo-era Japan via Macau to locate their missing mentor and spread Catholicism. The story is set in a time where it was common for the faith's Japanese adherents to hide from the persecution that resulted from suppression of Christianity in Japan. And it's basically about them being tortured for their faith.
Okay.
And them
okay.
being told to deny it, and they were like, no.
Huh.
But it's got Liam Neeson, I think, Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver,
Oh, I heard of it. Yeah.
Liam Neeson, and then I don't know how to pronounce his name, Steppenwolf from Justice League. Sierra and Hands or whatever.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
I don't.
it's got all four of them.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people really like that movie. So
I'm curious. I'm going to watch that sometime.
okay, cool. So we actually do think that 65. It's
Dylan had something.
okay. Go ahead.
No, I just had a little. I just had a little thing to throw in there. You aren't a huge Star Trek person. I'm not a huge Star Trek person.
I want to watch it. I just haven't watched it yet.
Have you seen any Star Trek?
No.
I've
Okay.
seen every single movie.
I was going to ask you guys if that was a Star Trek sound mixed in for the ship's alarm at the beginning of 65.
I don't remember.
The
I think it might have been.
I can't do it. It's not something that I can
Yeah.
replicate.
I
But
don't know,
like
now that you
it
mention
sounded
might have
just
been.
like a sound effect that we got from the Enterprise in Star Trek.
I don't know what. Honestly, I was watching it, but I was falling asleep already. I didn't go to. I went to the 9:30 showing, and I was exhausted. I was the only one in the room. That should be a sign of why I don't think it's getting a sequel. Because I was the only
You went
person
to a
in the room.
9:30 showing and you were the only one that showed up and you went to sleep.
I didn't go to sleep. I was falling asleep.
Falling asleep. That's okay. That's bad.
Dude, my showing today, which I watched both movies back to back.
Yeah.
My
That's what I
showing
did too.
my showing today, I was the only person in the theater
Yeah.
for most of it. I was the only person in the theater for the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then two like teenage girls walked in, and they went up like 3 rows behind me or something like that. I didn't turn around and look at them. I'm not
Yeah.
a fucking weirdo.
Exactly.
But like they went up there. I heard them talking back up there, and I was like, God, I hope that's not.
Shut up.
Well, I was like, I hope it's not that way this entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
But like the hairs on like the back of my neck were standing up, and I was like, okay, they're definitely discussing something about this room. It's like, I'm not going to say that it's me and that it's me as a hindrance. That's definitely the vibe that I was getting. I'm typically really good with vibes, but they ended up walking back out like 5 minutes later. I never saw them again.
Oh no.
And they were like sat like right in front of me when I was watching Scream 6.
I almost forgot to tell you. I got. I'm not telling it during the podcast because it's very bad.
Okay.
I've got a story about the Scream 6 showing.
Okay. I'm nervous about that.
Yeah.
Let's just say it involved a middle-aged man.
I'm nervous about that.
Yes, you should be.
Okay. So anyway, so yeah, 65. But we did as we're watching. But now we should get to the big movie. Which can I go first on this one because I've
By
been
all means.
so critical of
Sure.
horror movies, as you pretty much know, and I did not think I was going to enjoy Scream movies. So let me start from the beginning before I give you my thoughts on Scream 6.
Yeah.
Okay, as I said this before, I never like horror, and I said that it's the worst thing ever. I still kind of think it is, but like I said, the Alien movies I enjoy, and then the first 5 Scream movies I personally enjoy from every single Scream movie, and I never got to figure out who the killer was in each of the 5 Scream movies. So I went and Scream.
You didn't even try with 5. You're just like, I give up. I haven't got a single killer yet.
Well, I'm going to get to that part. So I came in with Scream 6, and when you said best of the sequels, and I was just thinking to myself, okay, I know they're going to spoil it, so I need to watch it because I'm kind of excited, and I actually want to see what it is. So after watching Scream 6, there's only 3 words that comes to my mind after I watch Scream 6, and that
Holy
is...
fucking shit.
well, no, that's not what it is.
At least not the middle word.
Okay. After watching Scream 6, after watching from beginning, middle, and end, I only got 3 words for you, and that is, I give up. I give up! Because, okay, first of all, this franchise is genius.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I've been so critical of this genre, and I had Paul that told me I was gonna love Scream, and I was thinking, okay, I'll give it a chance if you don't ask again. So I actually watched it. I know Matthew, you told me you were gonna like it. You told me I was gonna like it. I think Dylan told me that I was gonna like it.
No,
And-
I didn't see his help today. I wasn't making any comments.
Okay.
He meant the first couple.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I was just thinking, and let me tell you, personally for me, Scream 6, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love this more than Ant-Man and the Wasp. And it's shocking. Because, let me tell you, I thought the killings was the best of the franchise. I thought the comedy was hilarious. They made another... Okay, we're going to get the spoilers. They made another Star Wars joke in the film, and they actually talked about this is what you should not do in horror movies. And I was thinking, why am I loving this? This is hilarious. This is so funny. I personally like the killings. And seriously, the whole movie is genius.
You were critical of horror movies, now they're critical of you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I want to get it to the killer, what I actually thought I was the killer. Because personally, like I said, I was thinking in my head, okay, this could be the killer. And then the person said, oh, that's the killer. And I was thinking, okay, well, that's kind of obvious. It's actually going to be the killer. But once again, I screw myself. I felt like, okay.
I didn't get it either.
Because I felt like, okay.
I didn't get
this
it right.
is exactly the killer. But then I found out there was 3 of them. 3!
I knew that there was going to be 3. I knew that
I didn't know
one.
there was going to be 3.
5.
I didn't know there was going to be 3. And I personally thought that one character, the red-headed character, I thought she literally died.
Yeah.
She was bloody, and she was pretty much dead.
They
That's
got
the point.
all of us on that one.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I was thinking, oh, she's pretty much dead. And it turned out that the police officer, right? The police officer with the gray hair, that's his daughter! That's the daughter! And the other guy with the brown hair, that's white face, I don't know his name.
Ethan,
thank you. I personally thought, no, there's no way that he's the killer. That's his son! It turned out to be the killer too.
it was a smart twist going back to Richie.
I was
It's
really
just-
surprised by Richie being the quote unquote dead son. That surprised
oh
me
my
a lot.
gosh! I tell you, I fell in love when the entire film, and once again, I feel so stupid. I feel like a butthead. I'm so mad at myself because dadgummit, did I not love this movie, man?
Who did you guys think was the killer?
Okay, you guys go first because mine's gonna sound. stupid.
Personally, for me, I personally thought it was gonna be Sam's boyfriend, probably.
Yep. Josh Segura. Because the reason why, this is his character on Arrow.
Oh yeah.
He is a mass serial killer on Arrow.
Holy cow! I did not.
His theme song is creepier than the Nightmare on Elm Street theme song. It's like grinding on a violin.
Yeah.
So my natural thought was he's a mass serial killer.
I actually want to get to another thing, and this actually leads me to my next rant that I actually want to say. I watched Cody Leach's review of Scream 6, which, by the way, if you have not checked out his YouTube channel, he pretty much reviews horror movies in general. I think you'll love his content. He's getting really cool content, including a bunch of horror stuff. He got into the criticism where he actually thought that the newer characters, he did not give a crap about the new characters in this movie, and I was thinking, I love the new characters. What are you talking about? But that's not where I draw the line. He said that he figured out who the killer was in like the first 5 minutes or something, and I was just thinking,
No.
screw you, Cody Leach. And then that leads me to and that leads to another thing. When he said, I knew exactly who the killer was. I knew it was a police officer and the son and daughter.
Apparently it had leaked months ago, though.
Oh, that makes sense. I avoid leaks like the plague.
see.
Yeah.
So
I haven't been able to. Paul, I'm calling you out.
So when Cody Leach said that, not only I was mad, but I was asking myself, do you know how many times I figured out I didn't know who the killer was in the first 5 Scream movies? What are you watching, Cody Leach? Were you watching the same movie that 4 of us were watching, including Paul? What are you talking about?
Do you know why we couldn't figure it out?
Who? What?
When we watched it, do you know why you couldn't figure it out?
Why?
Because we didn't split up and look for clues.
Well, yeah.
Dylan, like I'm out.
That was another pun, wasn't it?
Well, it's been fun, everyone.
That was another pun?
EGHS reference, by the way.
Oh, okay. But seriously, this...
I think we broke Dylan now.
Yeah. Personally, like I said, I gotta... You can't see Dylan's face. I wish we had a YouTube channel so you can see his reaction. Can I try to get this full review, please? Okay. So, and he also said He said for some reason he thought the killer. For some reason he said that it followed up a clip with of who the killer was, and I was thinking it followed a clip, dude. That's the best killer. Figuring out who it was I have ever seen, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. This could be controversial, but screw it. I don't care. This is my favorite of the Scream movies. It really is. Because as much as I love the first two, as much as I love the first Scream and second Scream, I didn't think none of these can actually top that. I really love Scream 6, and I can't believe I'm saying this because, like I said, I hate this genre. And yet, these Scream movies, for me, it's the greatest horror movie franchise of all time. And I'm being serious. Screw Friday the 13th, screw Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. This is the only horror franchise that I would watch at a heartbeat. Can we get more whodunit horror movies? Please. I want more of these.
I will definitely defend it being one of the best, if not the best. If it's not the best, if it doesn't prevail over the first Scream, it's definitely number 2.
It's definitely the best sequel.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Again, I wrote out my review for the movie, but one of my lines in it is, it's one of, if not the best, legacy sequel we've ever gotten.
Yes.
Like, I mean, this movie was fucking great. Like, I had such a fun time watching it. There were only 8 people in the theater with me when I watched it, so it wasn't.
Well, actually, there was,
I was like all the way at the top.
When I went to see it, there actually was 12, which is still pretty good. They were still pretty good.
Got out all the way on Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say,
got fucked.
that room was like half full.
Yeah, no, dude, there was like nobody in my theater.
But I do have a question though. Courtney Cox's character, I believe.
She's not dead.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
She was at
I was thinking, she's going to be okay. But that was not going to be my question. The only question I have is, why was she kind of a reporter again when she was in the first Scream?
I'm guessing what?
I actually have an explanation for it.
Okay.
Like, it's about Scream 5, where in Scream 5, that's the reason why Dewey's living all alone, is because Gail went off to New York to become a huge reporter in New York.
Oh,
so
right,
after
right,
Dewey,
right.
So like when she came back to Woodsboro in 5, she didn't leave her position in New York.
Okay,
she just went
I got
back.
you now. Okay,
so she's been a reporter this entire time.
And I'm guessing she's compartmentalizing Dewey being gone by focusing on her job.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why she was kind of a jerk reporter again, like she was in the first one.
Yeah. Which I'm glad that the movie made a comment about it, where they're like, "Oh yeah, no, this is just repeating the second incident."
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, no, this is almost like beat for beat, like what 2 was.
Yeah.
Oh man, and Jenny Ortega's scene where she paused the reporter in the reference to the first and the second movie, that was so funny. Oh gosh,
Gail avoiding Sam's hit, and then be like, really, I've done this before.
And Jenna's like, surprise!
Yeah, I was like, that is fucking great. That's how you do it.
And that's like, another thing about the Scream franchise that's so smart. They make so many references and they make fun of horror movies. I love that. That's the reason why that I can't stand this genre, because I love it that they make fun of it. It's hilarious.
Well, it's not just horror. There's references to everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just that's smartly written that they could roast anything or use anything for their advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I said in my little thing, the way that the team went about providing connections to the previous films in the series, it would have been handled poorly were it any other franchise.
Yeah, the countdown thing with the mask, that was brilliant. Any other franchise, if they would have tried doing the same things that they did in this movie, it would have flopped. Yeah.
But it was handled so beautifully in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, cheesy callbacks are a thing that you can't really avoid when it comes to sequels now. So the fact that I'm saying that this was fucking beautiful. Like, I mean, this was like a fucking love letter. Like, this was honestly great. Which I say that about 5 too.
Yeah.
But like 6, just everything that 5 did well, 6 went even harder on.
Right.
And honestly, it worked really fucking well.
I've got 2 points.
Yes, go for it.
I was kind of disappointed we only got one major character death, Annika. Except for the killers, there was no like main character deaths.
I think. Sorry, hold on. I thought that Tony Revolori was going to be a bigger part of this movie. So the fact that they killed him in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I figured he was going to.
Well, I think that we've talked about it before, where we were like, oh well, he might be the first person.
I
Where
personally,
I was like,
I
"Oh,
personally love the opening scene.
Me and
that
Paul
was,
were both
that
thinking
was
that
great.
because that's what they did with Drew Barrymore in the first Scream.
Yeah.
They used the biggest actor or actress in the movie and killed them off right away.
Yeah.
So
And
that's what they did again because they're obviously the bigger actor and actresses.
yeah, absolutely. And I just it was the same way with Samara Weaving.
Yeah, Samara Weaving.
Yeah, I can I just say the opening scene to this one was a breath of fresh air.
Oh
It was
yeah,
Having that
that was
buffer
so
between
brilliant.
like
yeah,
The fake ghost face.
like the trope of these movies, I would say,
Yeah,
where like these movies are known to follow a pattern,
yeah,
and so it always starts with the first call in the house.
yeah.
So the fact that they didn't do the first death as the call in the house, but treated it as the same part of the intro after the first death was fucking brilliant. Can I just that was awesome to me. I was expecting it to just be credits,
The best openings.
but holy shit, that was awesome.
The best openings were this one and 4, because 4 had the movie within the movie.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Yeah, that was
It's so
great.
smart. You could see everything coming. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, right.
Those are the best 2 openings.
Yeah, it was good. They did something different while also maintaining what has been notable in the franchise.
My other point
it
was
awesome.
the best shot scene in the whole franchise was the subway as the lights are flickering and Ghostface keeps coming closer and closer.
Dude,
That is the
was,
best shot scene in the whole franchise.
Absolutely, I'll fully agree with you on that one. And it was brilliant. I mean, it was.
I'm just so mad at myself. Honestly, I'm so mad because Dyllan, you and I are like I said, we love Disney so much, but we're very critical of horror movies. Like,
Yeah, I'm
kinda
really not a
critical.
horror person.
Okay,
So,
so honestly, the
There's
fact
certain franchises I like, but I'm not really either.
yeah,
okay.
this is one of those safe franchises for me.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
like Nightmare on Elm Street 2. That's a really good one.
Friday the 13th for me and Halloween.
Okay.
But Halloween makes me feel loopy watching it, especially like once you get into the less commonly liked movies.
Resurrection.
Well, anything after like 3, basically.
yeah. Halloween Resurrection and then Alien Resurrection. Like I said, go screw yourselves. Oh god.
If you
Scream
have a Resurrection in your movie title,
Scream 3 is a better movie than Halloween Resurrection and Alien Resurrection.
It
It's
really
not
is though. Halloween Resurrection.
Wait, did you say Scream 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream 3 is better than Alien Resurrection and Halloween Resurrection. It's not even close.
In my opinion, I would have used 4. But
Uh,
sorry, Paul. I know that I'm defending you here in spirit. I know it's one of your favorites.
Resurrection.
I'm not talking shit, but
Resurrection is a bad name. You got Halloween Resurrection,
yes,
Alien Resurrection,
Matrix.
The Matrix Resurrection. Yes,
I still haven't seen that.
it's so bad.
Yeah,
But
So, yeah, everything was Resurrection.
but anyway, we're going out the rabbit trail. Right? Like I said, I'm so mad at myself because now don't get too excited that I'm thinking I'm going to watch more horror movies. Don't get too excited, guys. Don't get too excited. But if we can get more horror movies that has the more whodunit kind of mysteries and also the more of the who actually was the killer things, I'm on board. But I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If there is going to be a Scream 7,
Yes,
Yes.
they just started announced it.
yeah. They're
starting
doing
to
a
make it
full
by the end of the
trilogy.
year.
okay, I have concerns because I'm wondering where can you go from here?
Well,
'Cause
okay,
I don't.
I think Stu's coming back.
I have a lot of comments about that actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you guys gave your killers. I thought that Stu was going to be one of the killers, like the
I
entire fucking
thought
movie.
that at first.
Well, okay, so dating back to the first poster that we got,
Yeah.
clues have been dropped about Stu. I think that he's going to end up being in 7, absolutely. I think he's going to be revealed to have been alive. Because they made multiple comments in this movie, but both in direct regards to and possibly as an allusion to Stu. It's just they were kind of helping set him up as a possible killer, and the fact that they ended up not utilizing him as a killer in this one, I think he's going to end up being a killer in the next one. Sorry.
That's okay.
I have a full thing on this about it being Stu, where I said Stu is more likely still alive and could appear in the next movie based on the posters, which, like I said, the very first poster that we ever got was a subway map
Right.
where it was showing that some of the every killer that had died, it said that they had died except for Stu. Stu was
Right.
different. the commentary made by the characters, which when you watch the movie, it's very obvious. They talk about Stu and was it Mindy, Chad's sister?
Yeah.
Mindy. Yeah. Mindy's like, oh well, Stu might be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like them making that comment, and then a throwaway comment by Sam's boyfriend, where it was focusing on him.
Yes.
And he said that he understands family troubles, like what Sam's going through. That makes me think that Stu's his dad, because he about fits the age for what kind of kid Stu would have had before Stu died.
Oh shoot!
Or quote unquote died.
Yeah.
I think that's Stu's that's Stu's kid.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Like
He kind of looks like him too a little bit.
I don't like the eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was watching it, and I'm really embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed by who I thought the killers were. Like I said, I knew there were three.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was going to be three.
Ethan was very obvious.
Because I was just thinking, okay, you did two killers, I think twice or three times already in this.
They had to do something different.
And then that one.
Yeah.
They did three. Again, that's just a genius twist. And the fact that the police officer was the father of the girl we thought is going to die, and the one that can't be it because we thought he was actually the good guy. I'm blown.
I had one of them.
I'm blown away, guys.
I had Ethan.
Oh, gosh.
Because I knew there was three because Paul told me. He didn't tell me who they were. He just told me there was three.
Oh, okay.
But I knew Ethan was one of them. I still thought it was the boyfriend, though.
I thought that it was going to be the boyfriend. I thought that it was going to be Stu because father, son. And then I really did think that it was going to be Kirby because it was really either Kirby or it was the dad.
I'm glad Kirby.
It was one of the two. Me too. I think that it's her coming back was a really smart choice in my opinion.
She was looking fine in that scene.
Hayden Penny, is it
Panettiere, I think.
Yeah. She's aged really great.
Yes.
Which I feel like she first really got into the spotlight with Heroes.
Right. I don't know if I ever finished that or not.
I didn't finish Heroes. I got like all the way up to the final season, excluding the one where they did Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, I didn't
with
watch
Zachary
that
Levi.
at all.
I watched
it's
a couple
bad.
episodes
It's
of
really
Reborn.
bad.
I'll make that decision myself. Tom.
Okay.
I'll throw a hand or two.
Okay, but yeah,
I thought that's who it was, and leading up to the reveal, I was like, that's probably not who it is.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to be upset. And then when the dad walked into the room, I was like, okay. I was like, it could still be that. Yeah, no, I was not expecting it. I was expecting it to have been like Kirby went crazy.
Yeah.
But I really started second guessing myself.
The dead girl coming back was brilliant, though.
Oh, dude, that was fucking great.
I bet nobody guessed that.
The misdirections in this movie were off the fucking charts.
Yes.
Like, I mean, like, out of every movie that we've gotten thus far, the misdirection with this movie went the best.
Yes, definitely.
Like, it was fucking great.
Yeah, I want to get to another thing where Cody Weeks also criticized when there's one scene where Gail, that's her name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. His criticism when they say, "Oh, you were right. This is the 11th time that you actually did this, right? It's 10, Cody Weiss. You miscounted." Maybe he did that on purpose. I don't know. And then he said that one scene where he thought that the shooting the gun at the White Closet, he did not think that scene should have been in the movie. That's the best. Okay, that's the best you can.
Where she shoots, like, thinking he's in there already.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
I love that sequence.
No,
absolutely.
To be like, that shouldn't have been in there. It's like, okay, then you obviously don't understand anything about narrative.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the
Should
one.
she just open the door and hope he's not in there?
Right.
And then the one part where he also thinks that that people had a gun, then they dropped the gun, and instead of picking up the gun, they just keep on running, and he thinks that you should have just picked up the gun. Guys, they're running away from a ghost page. What did you want them to do?
What are they supposed to do?
Pick
Run
up
back
the gun
towards
and you
him?
die.
Yeah.
Right. If he's still got the knife in his hand, do you really want to run back towards him?
Well,
Exactly.
I actually have again, like, shit from my review about people picking stuff back up.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe I'm actually saying great things about the movie when I should be crapping it.
Dude, that's how good Scream 6 is. It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
That's how great the franchise
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's my top 5 favorite franchise now.
I said
It is.
towards the end, at the end of the movie, Sam still has the mask
Yeah.
of her father's, and she ends up dropping it.
Yes.
Um,
Which I thought that was the end of Scream
Well-
franchise, honestly.
Personally, I'm wondering if it's gonna. We mentioned it in the chat earlier, where Sam ends up. I'm wondering if Sam ends up killing killers
Yeah.
because
Like a vigilante, like Punisher.
yeah, exactly because the fact that her and Billy's image in her head, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hallucination.
But yeah, the fact that she's like, well, the thing is, I like killing. Like
Yeah.
it felt right,
I
and
could
the
see,
fact
yeah.
that he's like, oh, we could be a great team. I think that she's gonna end up killing more killers because
That's why I told Paul, like, she might actively go hunting killers across America.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the next movie is going to turn into the hunters being hunted.
Yeah.
Which if it ends up being Stu, I don't think it will.
I feel like they're going to do... They can logically only do 2 more movies, I feel. I feel like before they run out of stuff. I feel like the next... Stu's going to show up like Thanos in the next movie. Like, end credits, fine, I'll do it myself. I don't think he's going to be in there till the 8th movie. I think he's going to be the main killer in the 8th movie. And I think next one she will be hunting killers. And, like, Stu's getting tired of all these killers dying, and he's like, fine, I'm going to come out and show her who's boss.
That's actually funny you said that because there actually was an end credit scene and the girl, as we said, not everything has to have an end credit scene, which I was thinking
I
that's
stuck
hilarious.
around for that.
And also, I
was like,
saw
you
the
gotta be kidding me.
picture. I saw the pictures that said Ghostface will return in Avengers Kang Dynasty. That's so funny. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, I put that on the Twitter and the Facebook.
Yeah. And one more quick thing about Screen 6 before we give you our full scores.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, don't
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll get to one more thing,
Yeah,
and
go
then
ahead.
you can do more. When you're trying to do a movie that's around New York City, it's a great concept, but then they screwed it with Jason Takes Manhattan in Friday the 13th, which I heard it was really bad because it was more like it was in Canada. At least that's practically what I heard. They finally got the concept right in
Yeah.
Scream 6 because people have been begging for a movie to be set in New York City, especially in a horror movie, and this is the first time they got it right.
Right.
Just brilliant. And New York City, that's a great place to do killing. And also the grocery store scene, that was fantastic.
Yes.
That was a great scene.
Yeah. I got we got off topic from what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
About picking stuff up.
We'll let you finish
So-
and then we'll do our ratings and rankings.
Sam ended up dropping the knife of her father.
Yes.
Right. I think that she's going to end up having it this next movie
Yeah, she picked it up. Yeah.
because
She
we
dropped the mask at the end. She didn't drop the knife.
Well, I don't remember seeing her drop the knife.
Right.
Like we saw her pick it up and everything,
Yeah.
but I don't remember ever seeing like the
She
last
dropped
time that
the
I saw
mask,
it
not
was
the
when
knife.
she
Yeah.
realized that Kirby locked them in there after
Right.
getting the call from, the
Yeah.
actual killer.
Yeah, she dropped the mask, not the knife.
Well, there was no attention to the knife afterwards,
Right.
So it's like that has to go somewhere. It's the trope, like what is it, like Chekhov's gun or something?
I have
Is that
no
what it's
clue.
called? It's something like that. Where like it went missing. You don't see it again,
Uh-huh.
but it had a purpose.
Exactly.
And the fact that she's tying back into what we were saying about how she could end up killing killers, I definitely think that while she was willing to drop the mask because the mask is what was doing bad, and granted the knife was too,
Yeah.
I think that the knife is not as bad. Because
Right.
I feel like that's a better trophy / tool for her to have from her father. Especially if she ends up hunting killers and, she's talking basically to herself.
Right.
But to like the memory of her father. Which, talking about Skeet Ulrich appearing in the movie, I felt like the de-aging was better in the first one.
Yeah, it was.
But this one, it was still good. Like he still looked young. It's just like there were a little more
Wrinkles, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, couldn't you have like gone back to what you did the first time? I don't know if it was just like
later now because it's later in her life.
that's possible. But I mean, it's the fact that he's still wearing that shirt.
Right.
Like he's still wearing the shirt that he was wearing when he died. So to me,
I
it's
still
like
think
I
it's
feel
that
like
she-
he should have looked the same.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's not anything on the software or anything like that.
Right,
It's
right,
just,
right.
To me, him looking younger in the first one than he did in this one, which again he didn't look that far off. It was maybe like a year or two
Right.
in difference. Which you would be right if they are
Aging him with her.
Aging him with her, yeah. I don't know. I think that was really cool. he looked good. I definitely hope that they keep utilizing him going forward, as long as they keep Sam.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not even going to try to say that I give up on this franchise. I'm not even going to try because I've been one of those suckers that says that I hate this genre. But if there's going to be a Scream 7, I definitely want to go see it on opening weekend. If there's going to be a Scream 7, so I cannot believe that I'm actually looking forward to watching Scream 7. So yeah.
Sorry, it's my last little thing.
Okay.
I really like that they made. I know he was a killer in the last movie, but I like that they made Richie an independent filmmaker.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that he made his own little homemade movies, and we kind of saw bits of it.
Yeah,
that was interesting. I think that was a cool characteristic to throw in there. I liked it.
But if you would have told me that I was gonna love it more than Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I would tell you no. You're joking. No, you're crapping with me now. But
I can't wait to rank the movies we've seen next week.
Yeah, this still isn't number one for me.
Yeah,
but this is.
But my gosh, guys, Scream 6 was what a pleasant surprise. It was. I mean, another fantastic movie. I mean, Creed 3 was amazing. This is also amazing. So
we're eating good this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
This movie did not destroy any of the progress that the last one built.
Absolutely not.
And
so,
if anything, it made it a lot better. It was fucking great.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm rating this a 10 out of 10. This is another
5 out of 5 for me.
Amazing. 10 out of 10. Huh?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's another amazing movie in the Scream franchise, and I cannot believe that I say that I love these movies. Man, Paul, if you're listening, you were right. This franchise is great. And I love this horror franchise, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but give me more. I want to see more of this. So now that we can actually do the ranking.
Yeah, what do you got for rankings?
Okay, so I might as well tell you this one. So I think we can all agree Scream 3 is in last place, at the very least. No?
I don't agree with that.
Oh.
Well, okay, well, I'll get to you.
Get yours list out, John. And then
okay, so Scream 3, I'm going to go from 6 to 1. So Scream 3. Scream 5, Scream 4, the original Scream, Scream 2, and Scream 6.
Controversy.
It's like I said, Scream 6 it's my favorite of the Scream movies. The Killings was one of the best that I've seen. The comedy was, again, hilarious. It's, man, I just love these movies.
3,
Okay.
4, 2, 5, 6, 1.
Okay.
Okay. So, 6th is Scream 4 for me. And then it's going to be 3, then 2. And then it's going to be 5. Then by a hair, it's going to be 1. Man, I'm really...
You're really torn on those last two, aren't you?
Well, like, Scream 1, 5, and 6. They're all really close to me.
Yeah.
But I do think that 6 takes the cake over 1 for me.
Oh, so you and John both thought that. Okay.
Yikes.
I could go back and forth on it.
Dropping
I'll say that. I definitely think that 6 and 1 are better than 5.
Okay.
But I just feel like 5 and 6 are really close in quality, and in terms of like capturing the same the same spirit that the first one had, same energy that the first one had. They both did great at it. But to me, 5 and 1 are almost on the same level. Like I said, like 1 is above 5 for me.
Yeah.
But 6 is just leagues ahead because of everything. It was just a masterpiece to me. And I know that it's sacrilege to be like, oh well, number 1 isn't the best. The thing that it's all based on isn't the best.
I mean, we don't have A New Hope as number 1.
Exactly. Like just because it was the starter of everything doesn't mean that it is the best. New Hope was great, absolutely. However, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite one. And it's the same way here. 6 is better than the OG. Like I love it.
I'm gonna continue to disappoint myself because I said I'm never gonna watch a horror movie. It's never gonna happen. But then the Alien movies came in. Really enjoy almost all of them. All of the Scream movies. like I said, if 3 or 4 is your least favorite in the Scream movies in this great franchise, you're doing a good job.
Yeah,
because
I
every
feel
single
it.
Scream movies are so watchable and so good.
Well, I feel like that's the case with the objective ranking.
Yeah.
Yes.
If like I feel like this was both me trying to be objective and subjective.
Yeah.
It definitely lean more towards subjective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul loves 4.
Right.
Like
Yep.
Paul, like 4 was the last one for me, but Paul loves 4. But it was just what puts 3 over 4 for me. I know that that's not really pertaining to 6. But I'll defend it because of the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll defend it because of the twist and the fact that 4 has Emma Roberts in it. I don't like Emma Roberts. I don't.
Oh boy,
Dude, I'm not going to go on a rant or anything. I don't like Emma Roberts. I've never cared for her. I just like she's a good actress.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
You just don't like her.
I
Yeah.
just don't like her. Like it's the same reason as my fiance doesn't like Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Like
I will
just- I don't want-
defend Brie Larson.
I'll defend
like
Brie Larson too.
Yeah, I like Brie Larson.
I just it's the same thing for me where I'm like I just don't like Emma Roberts. She's
Yeah.
a great actress. She's good. She played her role to a T in 4. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just like the twist in 3 better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, yeah. So, well, you might as well go ahead and put me on the wanted paper and say, John does not like horror movies, but now he loves Scream. So,
Wanted dead or
go ahead,
alive.
so go ahead and kill me all on this one. So what do we got for next week's episode, Matthew?
Next week is the Shazam review for Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Our DC rankings for the DCU, which this is going to be interesting because it's going to be like Dyllan with Star Wars, where I'm very
A
close.
future rant is coming.
Yeah, it's going to be a
I'm
rant
gonna
for
be
me. this
real
time.
nonchalant about mine. I'm not a DC nut. I'm really not. I love Flash. I'm just
Yeah.
not a DC nut.
Yeah, I'll rant if I have to on the DCU.
Dude, you won't hear any.
Your rant was great.
As long as you're not saying something really stupid, I don't think I'm gonna fight.
Matthew,
you on
your
that.
rant was great when they keep showing the leaks before the episodes came out, because you're right. That's so freaking stupid.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what we got for next week, and I mentioned the festival thing already, but yeah, we've got reviews coming up, and
I know we got...
If we have time next week, we're gonna do the one and done thing. If not, they'll be the week after with
I
John
had
Wick.
to make that list.
I got my list
I had
ready.
to make that list for the one and done.
I'm
'cause
not even
it's
gonna make a list. I'm
difficult
just
for
gonna
me.
bring movies up.
Mm.
It's not gonna be rankings or anything. Just
Okay, because
Yeah, I gotta make my
honestly,
list.
it was so tough for me because there's so many good one and done movies
Right.
for me.
and I believe we are bringing in for when we do the What Makes a Good series. We're gonna bring in some guests to have guest speakers.
Okay.
Absolutely,
People that for the preferred genre, they're gonna come be guests. We're gonna have a couple guests for that,
absolutely.
Okay.
so that'll be fun. Ken from work is gonna guest star on the horror episode.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I believe Jacob is guest starring on the sci-fi episode.
Okay.
And to give you a bit of a heads up on the horror movie, I'm going to tear Winnie the Pooh, Bun Honey apart. But we'll get to that in a moment.
It's about what makes a good horror movie. We're not talking about bad horror movies.
Well, I'm gonna get. Well,
This
I'm,
is about like Scream
well,
and stuff.
well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get to the bad one. I know. But anyway, yes, thank you all for your support. Please check
really.
out all the episodes. On
Remember to share it.
and share it.
Yeah, share it, rate us on any listening platform you find
Absolutely.
us on, especially
Apple,
like Apple,
Spotify,
Amazon,
Amazon.
all the other ones.
they're
Yeah.
all on there. So
That
please check
helps
out.
us tremendously, and we would really, really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
And remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Absolutely. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, have a great night, everybody. See you next week.
See you next week.